Oh. Hello, hello. We should be live. Log in. What am I doing? Right, on YouTube. Okay, it should be updated now. What's up, Bob? How we doing, brother? Man, oh man, I'm not gonna lie to you, Bob. I am tired as frick. I am tired as frick. Trying to see. Yes, this did go. Yo, what's up, Koga? Bob, how's it going, everyone? Everyone kind of filtering on in. I'm leveling my Pokemon to 57. Then I'm going to find the Elite Four, Houndoom, Torterra, Snorlax, Azumarill, Gyarados. And then I'm doing good, Koga. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm freaking tired as all could get out. I'm trying to see if the audio right now is working for the capture card. I don't think it's active yet. It looks as if the capture card is, which is interesting because, oh no, the capture, the Elgato's volume should be working. No, let me know, is there an overbite volume for the actual game in and of itself? Like, can you guys hear it? God, I wish I... No, it's weird. It says that the Elgato, it says the audio for the Elgato is not active. I'm trying to see why the audio isn't working. Maybe if I do just direct capture card. It should be active now, hopefully. I'm trying to see why the audio isn't working. And then I've got that set up. Maybe if I do just direct capture card. It should be active now, hopefully. I'm trying to see why the audio. There we go. Capture card audio is on. Alright, sweet. We're good to go. Alright, here we go, everyone. How you doing, Koga? How you guys doing, Bob? Yo, Bob, I was watching some videos, actually, and I noticed that the actual, they were not kidding as far as it goes when they were talking about how they have actually changed the difficulty. I'm actually pretty stoked about that, all things considered. Honestly, I was, like, obviously, as you guys are aware, I was pretty, like, afraid of the fact of the matter that they were going to make it a lot easier. But I saw that they actually made like the overall like mechanics of the fight harder. The only thing I did see is there's like this last stand mechanic that they introduced, which is where if your Pokemon's about to die, they won't die because they feel sad. And I'm like, yo, what kind of garbage is this? Like no shitesa, it's gonna make me feel sad. Like, why are we playing this game? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I don't think that should be one of the mechanics. Like, and so we'll see. I mean, it hasn't affected me, but hopefully everything should be going active right now as far as it goes. Thank you guys all so much again for stopping by. I really appreciate the support as always. Once again, we are going for that shiny Turtwig, as you guys can see in the bottom right corner. Definitely seeing if we can get some luck when it comes to finding that shiny. And then for those people as well for that are just now tuning in, or for those people that do kind of tune on in or watch this later, you know, I always like to get this out of the way early. We are doing a giveaway for now officially 2 chances to earn 6 Pokemon packs each week, Fusion Strike specifically, or whatever the newest set will be when it comes out. Reason behind this is because we have just decided to help give back to the community. All you guys have to do to enter is on one of our weekly videos that we post Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Just leave a comment down below, like it, and then of course be subscribed to the channel to enter. As we really, once again, do appreciate your guys' support, and so this is our way of kind of giving back. We have 2 winners that'll get 6 packs. But yeah, no, I hope everyone's doing well today. You almost lost the second gym leader because of Piplup? Oh, really? I mean, well, Koga, who did you have as your next gym leader? Or not your next gym leader. Who did you have as your next Pokemon? Was Piplup your only Pokemon? Because you're going against a grass typing. You don't want to play it. You don't want to get a little overconfident. But Bob, I don't know if you know who Smallan is, but I was following, like, or I like watched some of his Smallan's content, and I saw him like play against the Elite Four, and Cynthia's Garchomp had a flame orb that allowed it so that when, or was it Milotic? I think it was Milotic actually, that had a flame orb that caused it to go second after one of its Pokemon dug, after it had speed boost initially. So it's like it, and I'm like, holy crap, that's insane that it just did that. So as far as it goes, it was kind of crazy to see how like the mechanics changed so much and how they've actually done such a good job making it more competitive. I'm just still upset about that kind of last day mechanic. You had a Bidoof and Starly? Oh, that's so funny. I gotta ask, why do you have a Bidoof? Bidoofs are like, I mean, in this game there aren't TMs anymore that require, I mean, I guess you could still make him your TM slave. But I can understand Starly. Staraptor is a pretty cool Pokemon when it comes to the regional bird. Yeah, that's something I still haven't figured out yet. I'm obviously still stuck on this first one, so as far as it goes, I don't even know what the rest of my team's gonna get. I'm not really too concerned. I'm just concerned about the fact of getting my starter and then moving on. But Starly's the only thing that could damage was getting hard. Rosalia, that was my encounter. Yeah, honestly, I mean, that makes sense. Like, I mean, it's a bird. I mean, it's flying type. You know, grass is weak to flying. So that, I mean, I completely understand that. What level was it, though? That's a real question, too. Because that obviously will also play a factor as far as the overall difficulty. So, because if your flying type Pokemon is like level like 10 and then you're facing against like level 20 something Rosalia, you're just gonna struggle. Oh, which is tough. Oh, also, I see the light is here. I need to move this out of the way so this doesn't interfere with the overall stream. Nothing on the Turtwig. That's a bummer, but so far we're 106 in. We're not even frickin'. Oh my gosh, guys, we're 106. Isn't that crazy? That's literally how long this whole thing has taken because of the amount of resets. It's so funny. I don't know. Also, if you guys probably know who A Drive is. But A Drive is a shiny hunter, if you guys don't know. And he straight up was like, I'm just not even gonna bother trying to get a shiny for a starter because he doesn't want to do the resetting all the time. And I'm just like, I understand that. and I respect that, and I applaud you for not, you know, doing that, but I'm gonna hate my life and I'm gonna do it. So I think 2 levels under. I'm not trying to over level. Are you doing a Nuzlocke, Koga? Are you trying to do like Nuzlocke rules for yourself, or are you just playing the game and you just have like these subset of rules you've made in your mind? So, because obviously, you know, that's one thing. I think, yeah, I like Nuzlocks in the way that people have kind of come up with a lot of these rules and stuff. You know, it makes it more challenging for yourself, make it more fun, especially if you're like doing a stream like myself and you've got people that are gonna keep you accountable when it comes to what's going on. So, but yeah, the whole shiny Pokemon thing, pretty easy. Yeah, you're Nuzlocking. Okay, that's cool. What are your rules, Koga, for Nuzlocking? All right, here we go, baby. Right here, easy money, shiny. I don't even know how I would react if I got a shiny. Like at this point, like we're just still. I mean, it's so early into the stream too. At this point, I would probably be just taken off guard so hard, especially because we're at 107 encounters. But who knows? We'll see. Yeah, what are your Nuzlocke rules there, Koga? Obviously, one of them is over leveling, so that makes sense. That seems fair. So then, if that means you probably have a Staravia right now, and then I would be surprised if your Piplup wasn't a Prinplup. So, but yeah, man, it's it ain't easy out here. It ain't easy out here doing this. Holy moly. Yeah, this is definitely like, I can't believe they did that to us. The shiny hunting community should be up and, well, I mean, the fact of the matter, we can, you know, still shiny hunt the starter, I guess, is good, but the fact of the matter is, I mean, that should be a given. So why make it that it's a minute and 40 seconds every time I reset? Because you would think to yourself, oh, 107 encounters, you haven't been doing that for that long. That means you've only been maybe resetting for half an hour, right? You'd be wrong. It's been 3 hours and 20 minutes. Pretty basic rules. Pokemon does it. It's gone. Level capping 1 encounter per route, 1 minute from the underground. Yo, I saw a video too as well. Speaking of underground, that is pretty basic rules, but I mean, nonetheless, like, it changes the dynamic and makes it more fun. I saw the underground shiny hunting mechanics, and I think it's kind of interesting how they're going to play it out. So for those people that don't know, I'll kind of talk about that. Yo, what's up, Evac? How we doing, brother? Hey, thanks for the follow. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Let me know if you got any questions in regards to the Pokemon game, the Pokemon card game. Evac, as we're a pretty, you know, friendly channel, and we like to just talk about all things Pokemon. You're doing well? I'm doing well. Honestly, I'll be honest, I'm really tired. I work 2 jobs, so I run the Pokemon USA business, and then I do a driving job, and I had to get up at like 4:45 this morning. So like, kind of hit me like a truck this morning. So I am exhausted, but I mean, how's your day been so far? Anything you want to talk about in regards to Pokemon? Like I said, we are talking mainly the topic about Nuzlocks and hunting, as well as and then yesterday's main topic was just about the Pokemon card market and how everything's going. But yeah, Koga, or this is just kind of for everyone. I don't know if you guys know, but so basically what they're doing now is they have like an online mechanic. Thank you, I appreciate it. Just some sleep, Evac. But they're having this new mechanic for the underground where, like, if you go online, you can do these trial runs where, like, I shouldn't say trial runs, but like you can do these runs where you can basically encounter wild Diglets, and it's like a Diglett challenge. And basically, if you encounter like 40 Diglets, then basically it allows your like shiny odds to get cut in half when you go into a room. Except the thing is, the room that you go into only gives you like 5 minutes to get those double odds. So I think it's kind of an interesting mechanic how they did it. I mean, it's one of those things where when I'm going to be doing this run, I think I'm going to only be able to use it once. Because I do think I want to be able to use it once. Especially considering the fact of the matter that like I mean, if I really wanted to, I could use it multiple times, but I'm not going to, obviously, because, you know, I'm going to do the standard, like, one route, one thing, and I would consider underground one route. Like, no need to do, like, one room shiny, you know what I mean? Like, it's too easy. But, yeah, no. But, Evac, are you playing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl? Are you doing a Nuzlocke? Do you play the card game? Let us know, brother, down below. But yeah, no, I don't know if you knew about that Koga. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if you guys are shiny hunters like I am, but I'm a pretty avid shiny hunter as far as it goes. I was doing a lot of shiny hunting during the like DLC for the Crown Tundra, like the kind of like den hunting. It was pretty. I mean it's all boring, nonetheless. You're not playing, man. So then, what are you into as far as it goes with Pokemon? I mean, what's your favorite game? I mean, if you're not playing, you know, I'm curious what your kind of MO is. Underground is pretty OP, makes it really easy to get good mons. Yeah, that's what it seems, honestly. By the way, man, I would like to offer you interest in getting new customized Twitch graphic designs. I can send you some of my work. You know, Evac, I really appreciate you reaching out in regards to that, but as far as it goes, we're kind of good, my guy. Right now, I'm really just focused on you know, doing the stream. I actually have a guy too who I mean that's what you do. I mean, as far as it goes, you do graphic design. I mean, I think that's cool that you do that. But as far as it goes right now, I'm not super interested, but thank you for reaching out in regards to that. Yeah, right now, man, I'm like, yeah, I'm all good, brother. Thank you, though. But yeah, no, it seems like it's really OP and makes it easy for getting Pokemon. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the love. It seems like, especially considering too, like, it depending upon what your Pokemon you're trying to get, like the Snorlax, like, or I should say Munchlax. Being able to find the Munchlax was pretty hard before because you could only do it through like the honeycomb bee trees, and they spawn every 6 hours, and then on top of that there's a small percentage of you even getting it to begin with. And so the fact of the matter that they made it so like you can go get it in the underground and you have like that percentage chance of, you know, being able to get it, and it's a lot higher. You're just like, yo, that kind of changes a lot as far as it goes when it comes to finding Pokemon, especially finding stronger Pokemon. My biggest thing that I care about the most is getting to Eterna Forest. That's where I'm going to try and get a shiny Murkrow, because Murkrow is my favorite Pokemon. And being able to find a shiny version, or not my favorite Pokemon, sorry, it's my favorite flying type Pokemon. Yeah, so I'm definitely trying to get to Eterna Forest, but also I don't want to get ahead of myself because I'm still trying to get that shiny Turtwig. Which, God, the coloring on the shiny Turtwig, I mean, look at the sprite at the bottom. It looks so nice. I love that coloring. I'm really bummed out they changed it so much with the Torterra. So, but I also hope I get a good nature on it. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah. What are we at? 3, man. It is crazy out here. Alright, time to go to the lake, Barry. Oh, wow. Who's that? Is that Professor Rowan and Dawn? I haven't seen them at all today. Only 111 times. Are you going to be shiny hunting tomorrow? Oh, are you going to shiny hunt the Murkrow? Oh, heck yeah, I'm going to be shiny hunting the Murkrow. Bro, you know how this is, Koga. This is a full team shiny hunt. Like, I am straight up going to shiny hunt my full team. That's the Nuzlocke. That's what I'm going to be shiny hunting when I go in Eterna Forest. 100%. And if I end up getting like a Butterfree or something like that, I'm going to cry myself to sleep. But I'm going to get a shiny nonetheless, so I will accept it. I will accept it at the end of the day. Alright, make that 112, baby. But yeah, shiny Murkrow, it's going to be pretty tight. Especially considering I love Murkrow. Oh, also as well, I don't know if you guys know this, but apparently the Starly can be shiny. If the Starly ends up being shiny before my Turtwig, I'm gonna be so sad. I mean, I'll at least have content to like put out in regards to that, but I'm gonna be very sad regardless of whether or not it's good from a content perspective. Because you're just saying to yourself, like, you put in all this time to catch a shiny, and then boom, what do you know? You got a shiny, not the one you want that you can catch. I think there's a few more routes to get him after, so good luck. Hey, thank you, I appreciate it, brother. I know, the only thing I know is you got to turn a forest. And that's actually all I know. You know, I'll do a quick look up here, and we can kind of see as far as it goes. Let's look it up. I'm gonna do a little Google search. Murkrow locations in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Let's take a look. Of course, the underground. Oh, who would have guessed it? The underground. No way. That's crazy. Huh. Yo, what's up, Travis? How we doing, brother? Yo, Travis, that's... Hey, first off, I want to give you a shout out, brother. This man, it's his day off. Congratulations for having the day off, first and foremost, Travis. He was going back and watching some of my older videos that I posted like 8 months ago plus, back when the channel first was going off. Just basically going and rewatching and looking at some of my old content. I really appreciate that, brother. Of course, I really appreciate your support and love so much that you're enjoying the content, and I can't thank you enough for everything. You know, it's so funny too, because literally when you like made the comment on the video, I went back and I watched it myself, and I was like, dang, I totally forgot that I made these predictions early on. Like, I kind of had a feeling that I like, because the one thing I want to be in a streamer, or more specifically a content creator, is I want to be consistent. You know, I don't want to be like, I say all these things and then like 8 months down the road I act like I never said those things. You know what I mean? Like, I want it to be one of these things where when I say something in the past, I mean that, and I'm going to continue to believe that in the future. Or if my mind has changed, then it's changed not because of like public perception. You know what I mean? It was a pleasure. I learned so much. Well, I'm glad you learned and took away so much. Like I commented before, bro, like, yeah, I went to school for business, and it's one of these things where, you know, economics is something that I'm very passionate about. I like to, you know, how do I want to say it? Why am I forgetting the word? I like to, I'm just a nerd. I'm just a nerd, especially when it comes to economics. So outside of my schooling, I would like to teach myself things in regards to economic theory and other things, just because it's just one of these things I've always been passionate about. Not to mention I like making money, which sounds kind of funny to say out loud, but you know, it's just one of those things. Working hard and making money is fun for me. And so in regards to Pokemon, being a market in and of itself and learning market theories, it really tied in a lot. So I feel like I was able to give a lot of information in regards to people understanding how markets worked. So I'm really glad you really took a lot away from it, especially considering, you know, like, it is one of my hobbies that I'm passionate about. I'm glad you enjoy it. So, because I mean, it's one of these things too, man. I think of the information like that I give you, like, I'm not like, I don't say this in a boastful way, but I think it's important information for those people that like want to learn, you know, how to invest in just Pokemon cards, or want to be a part of the Pokemon card market, you know, like. And like, I say that not specifically to my content. I mean, I think like economic content in general is important, but I think my content is so geared specifically to economics and like economic theory and the importance of understanding fundamentals and market trends, that I do think it's one of these things where it's like I try to give that, you know, perspective and understanding to people so that they can be able to like kind of predict things. Like, it's crazy how like that video that you showed me, God, why am I itching right here? Sorry about this. I get it, bro. I think you should make money from what you love. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not there yet. I mean, as you guys know, I'm up to 283, 84 subscribers, something like that. So once I hit that 1,000 mark, then I start to get that monetization, and then once I get that monetization, then I'll start really making money off of that. Obviously I make money off business. As far as it goes, I'd be lying if I said the business hasn't been pretty slow. I haven't really been able to post a lot of product because the margins are too thin with the way in which my distributor's jacking up prices, as well as market value's gone down. So still kind of trying to, you know, figure out creative ways to make money off of the website. I mean, obviously I've been doing the breaks for a while, so hoping to really expand into that. But anyway, besides that, yeah, no, dude, you know, it's like I said, it's crazy, like going back and being like, yeah, man, in that video I was like, yeah, I think the biggest thing right now is we're just hoping and praying for that reprint that's going to drive the prices down to the point of where the margins are not going to be good enough for the, you know, the scalpers. And what's funny, me saying that and talking about that in the moment too, I knew like that it wasn't also going to be productive prices for myself. Like I knew it would hurt the business. I just didn't realize that in the process, my distributor would jack up the prices by 10% as well. Because in my mind, like going back prior, I said to myself, okay, I'm buying booster boxes for 82 bucks a piece, right? That's fine. If the prices of booster boxes drop all the way down to 110, I'll still make decent money off that, right? But they jacked up the prices to 90 bucks, and I'm like, bro, that changes everything from like a money perspective. Like that's like that destroys my margins when they go from 82 to 90, and the price of booster boxes are like 110, especially when everyone's selling it for 110, and I can't just undercut the market like kind of how I usually did. So yeah, it's definitely interesting as far as it goes, like, because I mean when you think about it from that perspective, unless you're like really like, I don't know how to explain it, but you just gotta, it's just a competitive market right now, because obviously my last video kind of talked about it with all the defaults. Yeah, bro, that was weird. I remember thinking when you said that, like, hey, this is happening. Yeah, yo, that's exactly what I thought. Like, that's exactly where my mind went. I was like, oh my gosh, this is accurate as frick. Like, I immediately am like, yo, that's kind of working perfectly to a T. Obviously, yo, oh my god, I can't pronounce this. Frax, thank you so much for subscribing to the YouTube channel. I don't know if you're here right now or if you just watched one of our other videos, but thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. Much love. But yeah, no, it was so funny. I was like, yo, that's literally happening right now. Like, I exactly was like, yeah, we're gonna get those reprints. Market's gonna take a tumble. We'll start to see a decline, yada, yada, yada. That, like, literally exactly what I said. And then, boom, it happened. I was like, oh, I was not expecting to be so right. Like, I expected to kind of get, like, some of it right, but I wasn't like, holy moly, like, I hit the nail on the head on this one. Which is kind of scary. You ever have those moments where you're like, and this sounds like, I don't say this in a cocky way, but have you ever had one of those moments where you're like so right on something, it almost like kind of freaks you out? You're like, oh crap, I would like said that as a joke, but then it like actually became true. I don't know if you understand what I mean by that, but yeah, that was kind of the feeling that I had in regards to predicting the Pokemon card market prices. And I mean, I don't think it was that hard to predict. I mean, it's one of these things where I knew at some point the Pokemon company was going to have to come in, gonna have to do some reprints, basically focus on catching up. And I mean, for them to do that, you know, I mean, and here's the deal, guys. I was thinking about this last night too. Sword and Shield base set and Rebel Clash are next. Be stunned if they don't do that. Hey, I left a question on the last video I watched. Wasn't sure if you saw it, but it was probably way too long. I can check right now, brother. Let's see. I love answering your questions, my guys, so don't you worry about it. Don't you worry. We're gonna go take a look right now under comments and see if I responded. So your last one, okay, here we go. You said you have, I need to do this. You said, I'm going to pull this up front for myself. See, I have an inquiry that I guess has to do with the future of the market in Pokemon. Printing capacity. Bear with me. It'll probably be so long. Yo, this is long as frick. But I appreciate you, Travis. I love it when you ask long questions. So I've been seeing some YouTube saying like modern Pokemon investing is dead just because of these new reprints. However, if what you said about distributing hoarding products is true, that's the huge amount of new product may not be indicated. indicative that Pokemon will mass print the market into the ground like people are thinking. My thoughts is that it could just be a perfect storm in the sense that this normal wave of chilling rains, evolving skies came out the same time the distributors decided to dump all product, and if distributors were holding product, maybe they just dumped most of it because they sensed the general direction the market was heading, and though now would be the best time. Also, it seems like a month or so ago Pokemon was struggling even to get out normal waves on time, so to me it doesn't make sense that we can go from suddenly having reprints galore. A lot of speculation, guys, but was hoping just to share your thoughts. First off, gotta give it a like, and then I will of course respond to you right here right now, brother. All right, let's get that counter. So here's what I kind of say. I can't remember if it was you I was talking about it. I remember I was talking to someone about it on the last stream. I think it was you, Travis, who got in at Chilling Rains. But I mean, here's what I want to say in regards to that. People that think that because of these reprints that overall Pokemon collecting is dead, investment in modern is dead, are foolish. Like, here's the deal, guys. The Pokemon Company has done this before. They did it with Primal Clash. They did it with Roaring Skies, where they had these massive reprints and everyone was freaking out saying the credibility of the Pokemon Company is in the ground. How could they do these reprints? Blah, 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 blah. Like, it was like this whole big up in arms thing. Like, Rudy made a video about it. Some other people made a video about it, like Rudy from Off Investments. If you don't know who he is, I would check him out. Like, all these people, literally, you can go back and look at his video. Like, he was, like, everyone was upset about how, like, the Pokemon Company's credibility, blah, 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 blah. Like, no one gives a frick. Because you know why? Here's the deal, guys. You have to understand that it is a appreciating asset as more and more product is opened. This isn't like, you can make an argument and say cards themselves are going to lose value, because I will 100% agree with you on that. As more and more go into circulation, then that of course inflates the overall amount that is out there, which in turn decreases the value because you now have more, supply. But then as you say to yourself, okay, so let's say we have an initial, reprint wave, and let's say we print it into the ground, like absolutely destroy it. Well, guess what? One of the sets they did that for was called Evolutions. And at its peak, you could buy Evolutions booster box for over $1,000, my guy. Like, that stuff is so crazy to me, how people lose so sight, like, of everything. Not to mention the fact of the matter, with the current market state right now and the overall demand, within the next rotation that when those sets get their final reprints and they're no longer in that kind of space, like we'll say like a 5-year period of being safe from being reprinted again, at that point you got to say to yourself, yeah, there's going to be people hoarding, but you've got your 3 waves of hoarders. You've got your wave 1 hoarders. Which basically are the people that wanted to do a quick flip, so they get rid of the product right away. You've got your wave 2 hoarders. They hold on for about a year or two. Basically, either the product value doesn't go up and they need the liquidity now, so they drop it, or the value of the product does go up and they want to be first in, first out. And then wave 3 are the people that hold on for 5+ years. You can go and expand those kind of waves. And those wave 3 people basically are like, all right, it's been 5 years, time to pull profit. Or some people will just, run the whole way and kind of dump everything off. So you have your wave of people when it comes to the overall like dumping of the product. So a lot of people have these kind of fears of like, oh, everyone's hoarding it. Well, guess what? Each initial wave, more and more people will get rid of product. And hypothetically speaking too, one thing you also have to understand is people have price points in their mind when it comes to when they're going to sell the product. So it's not like everyone's going to be like, yo, the value has only gone up 10%, time for me to dump everything in the market. Like, people are not going to do that. Like, the only time people will come out of the woodworks is, let's say, hypothetically speaking, right? Let's take a perfect example, and let's say battle styles. Freaking everyone's least favorite set, it seems so far. I don't understand why it gets so much hate, but let's take battle styles. Let's say that a year from now, right? Battle styles goes to $200, right? And then let's say people are like, yo, everyone's hoarding. And then we'll say to ourselves, $200, boom, everyone drops their hoarded product. And then you start to see the price go all the way down to like 140, 160. Like, we could even go down to 120 if you really want to make the argument saying it dumps a ton. Well, guess what, guys? It's currently sitting at around $82. you're saying to yourself, wow, 82 to 120, you're not only still making good value, but that's if you sell at the bottom. Not to mention the fact of the matter, if there is that huge wave of people that are hoarding that product, like, guys, guess what? Now all that product is off the market. And it's one of these things where you can sit here and you can say to yourself, okay, now the real question is that product going to be opened? Inevitably, some of that product's going to be open. Some of it's going to kind of scare up. And with that, you're going to have to say to yourself, like, in the worst case situation, like, you're still going to shore up a lot of product because a lot of it will be open, because that's just how it inevitably is going to work. So I think it's over. I think it's like people just get in this really bad habit of like doom and gloom going both ways. Like, it's always gonna go up, it's never not gonna go up, or it's always gonna go down. It's worthless, it's crap. And I think you have to have that kind of semblance of like in the middle. I think that I can understand having like a bull market mentality during a bull market and having a bear market mentality during a bear market, but I think that going full bull-tard is what they call it, where you just are thinking up, up, up forever and every minute of ever, is like a really foolish mentality. And down forever is also a foolish mentality. So I think Evolutions, like you said, great example. I think Evolutions is just a perfect example because they absolutely printed that set to the ground and you're still able to find it. Now, obviously this is a specialty set, but the argument that people are making are not saying that just specifically battle styles, but they're saying just specialty sets in general, like Shining Fates, for example. And some of these other ones are not going to be worth anything, which I 1000% disagree. So, I mean, to answer your kind of question, like, basically these people just don't understand basic economics, like, and how sealed works. Sealed is a very safe investment, especially when you're looking at the fact of the matter that you look at a lot of the modern prices. If you're buying battle styles for 82 bucks right now, right, which is literally wholesale prices, I can't find that cheaper. Back when I was buying it for more from my distributor. You're buying it less than what retailers were buying it for initially. So the fact of the matter that people are like, oh my goodness gracious, it's so risky. Guys, it can't get any less risky, because guess what happens? If you're wrong, you go resell it at a either very tiny loss or break even. And if you're right, and over the next year or so you start to see the price actually increase in value, guess what? You made money after you got in at the absolute bottom. And what's the worst that's going to happen? It's going to drop another 10%. And if it does, that's a huge, like, a tremendous buying opportunity in regards to the fact of the matter that you're able to get Pokemon booster boxes back in the 70s again. Like, that is something they haven't done since Crimson Invasion, when they did like a flash sale at Troll and Toad. So yeah, people need to get out of this mentality that like everything's worthless all of a sudden now, because people just don't understand economics at that point, and they're just a bunch of Timmies. Yeah, it's amazing how people look at the right now as just it is. You need to look at the big picture. I 100% agree with you, Travis. I mean, like, people will never look to the, and that's the most important thing. You need to be able to look to the past, and you need to be able to look to the future, and everyone wants to look at the now. Like, when I say looking at the past, I mean looking at the trends, looking at the history, saying to yourself what happened in the past. If it's one of these things that it happened in the past, then you got to say to yourself too, what are the chances that the history repeats itself? And then you look at the future and saying that, what are the odds that history repeats itself? As well as saying, what is your overall outlook on the market? If you have an overall healthy outlook of the market, then honestly, you should be excited that everything's dumping, because guess what? In 5-10 plus years from now, when Pokemon runs back up in value, then guess who decided to get in while Pokemon cards were cheap, or buy sealed product and collect sealed product, or invest in sealed product, whatever your MO is, and get in while it was cheap. Like, it's just a very it's a very closed out, small-minded, like, kind of picture of everything. What do you think is better, by Evolving Skies case or a Battle Styles case? Everyone just wants to make a quick buck. 100% agree, Koga. That's why, if literally the video that Travis was watching is I was talking about, he literally posted saying that I can make a whole topic on this, where I was basically talking about scalpers and a lot of people getting into the market for the purpose of scalping. You know, everyone wants to just make a quick buck. But to answer your question, I would say probably, so here's the deal. If we're talking from a overall percentage perspective, Oh gosh, I would say at this point probably Evolving Skies, because I mean, if you're saying to yourself, Koga, if we're going back and looking at like Sun and Moon, and I'm not saying that like Crimson Invasion is compared to Battle Styles, or I'm not saying Steam Siege is compared to Battle Styles, but let's compare it to like Guardians Rising, for example, right? Let's compare it to Guardians Rising, and let's compare Evolving Skies to Cosmic Eclipse, right? Why do I do that? I will say Guardians Rising is probably the second least popular set in Sun and Moon, and then I would say that currently Cosmic Eclipse is the most popular set in Sword and Shield. In Sun and Moon, Cosmic Eclipse is. So if we take those one-to-one comparisons, right, and we say to ourselves, okay, I can buy a booster box of Evolving Skies for I think as low as 103, some places I saw maybe 105, and then you say to yourself, I can buy Battle Styles for 82 bucks, right? Obviously, there's that like $20 price difference. So you have to think of that as your overall starting point in the market, right? You say that to yourselves, and then I'm going to look up booster box on TCG Player, right? If I go booster box and I go low to high, if we go and look at the set Guardians Rising, right? So we can see that the current price for a Guardians Rising booster box is currently at around $266 based off of TCG Player prices, right? So if we say to ourselves, okay, TCG Player price is 266 bucks, right? And now granted, this was the second set that came out in Pokemon, if I'm correct, right? And it was not a super popular set. There's obviously more of it out in print now, and so with that being said, you know, even that, like, it's just not, you know, it's just not popular even now it's out of print. 266 bucks, right? Then we go and we say Cosmic Eclipse. Cosmic Eclipse is going for $522 right now. So let me ask you this, Koga, and here's like an honest question. If I went back in time and I basically said to myself, and we can do the math on stream, 82 bucks, right? And then we say, well, actually, no, we'll do it like this. 266 divided by 82, right? You're going to be making a 320% return, right? Then you say to yourself, let's say I'm buying it at the high point, right? And we're saying that I am getting the opportunity to buy into the next Cosmic Eclipse. That's what Evolving Skies is. 500 divided by 110. That puts us at around 4.5x. So either way, you're making either 320% or 450%, but obviously one has a higher rate of percentage gain based on the overall popularity of the set. And even after considering the fact that there's like a 2-year difference between when the sets came out, but since there's such a demand for Cosmic, and now you can also make an argument that Cosmic didn't have full multiple waves like other sets are, so there's also that to consider. And then another thing as well, Koga, you also have to take into consideration is what are the overall reprints going to be in the future of Evolving Skies compared to Battle Styles. You could make an argument saying that Battle Styles is going to have less reprints. It might not even have another reprint. It's going to have a ton for Evolving Skies. It's really two of these things. I would be surprised if Battle Styles doesn't have reprints because it is a competitive playable set, and I know the Pokemon company likes to focus on their competitive players a lot. So as far as it goes, from an overall expected percentage, if you were to say 1-to-1 right now, nothing reprints, it is how it is, I would say Evolving Skies. But with that being said, I think going into the future, when you see these reprints start to occur, which you're going to more than likely see with Evolving Skies and Battle Styles, then it starts to say, okay, Battle Styles could potentially outpace if it has less reprints than Evolving Skies. However, overall, long term, since there is a higher demand for the Evolving Skies set being the #1 set, I would say that more than not is more than likely going to outpace the overall price of Battle Styles purely based off of it having higher demand. So that's my personal opinion. I have some Battle Styles myself I'm invested in, sealed product of. I have some Evolving Skies. I'm going to probably start to, like, long-term, start to double down in the next year or two of Evolving Skies, because I do think it's one of the best sets to invest in long-term. For real, bro, I bought a bunch of Vivid Voltage at 130 a month or so ago because I knew they were going up fast, figured it would be reprinted, but also figured wouldn't go down much even. Yeah, and here's the thing, Travis, we just obviously had a reprint for Vivid Voltage, and I wouldn't be surprised if this was the last reprint, especially considering the fact of the matter that it's going to go out of rotation here pretty soon in competitive format. So in my personal opinion, I definitely believe that, like, you know, Vivid Voltage is a pretty safe buy as well, especially considering it's one of the more popular sets. Reprints don't affect you unless you're basically a flipper. I actually disagree with that. Reprints have absolutely affected me very, very deeply. And the reason why I say that, and I had already just said this, the reason why, you know, reprints kind of affected me pretty intensely is based off of the fact that, so obviously I kind of mentioned in my video, right, that there are 3 different types of leverage, and one of the ones was pre-order leverage, right? So I did my pre-order leverage where I basically got my pre-order numbers, put those pre-orders up for Fusion Strike, and then sold that on the market, right? Then guess what ends up happening? Then all these reprints happen out of nowhere. Well, guess what? I can't put in those pre-order prices because it's part of Wave 2, and because of that, it's one of these things where it caused me to just get an absolute ton of product right away, and then the prices were dropping at the same time. And here's the thing. You're playing hot potato with your distributor in this instance, because you can sit here and say to yourself, well, Eli, you don't have to take the product. You know, just because your distributor is giving it to you doesn't mean you have to take it, right? Well, guess what? If down the line, let's say, you know, Brilliant Star ends up being an amazing set, right? Booster boxes go for 150 plus a piece, right? If down the line I get my allocations and earlier on I said, yeah, I'm not going to take the product, no thank you guys, it's not worth it, and they decide, oh, well, based off the fact of the matter you didn't take your full allocation last time, we're going to cut down your allocations for the next set, that is going to hurt you long term. And so you have to buy the product, and you have to kind of sit on that product and kind of take the L. So it's one of these things where it's like you have to really be able to consider these things. And so I'm sitting on a lot of, you know, quote unquote dead product. You know, I'd really like to be able to sell a lot of it. And so that's why in my mind, I'm trying to focus on doing, you know, breaks. And personally, I'm going to try and see about price points when it comes to breaks. I might do a Black Friday kind of sale coming up here soon. We'll kind of see what that looks like as far as it goes. Just so that I can get some liquidity for the business. But yeah, it hurt a lot of people. I would say the people that actually got hurt the most, I would say the people that got hurt the most are probably LGS stores, actually, because scalpers are in the market short term, so they probably aren't holding a ton of product to begin with, and most of the time it's just their bottom line. I meant from an investment perspective, much different if you're a store dealing with distributors. No, you're right. You are right, Travis. Yeah, from an investment perspective, the people that are short-term investors, like the Wave 2 investors is what we'll call them, you know, because we had the Wave 1, scalpers basically, Wave 2. Yeah, Wave 2 investors, definitely from an investment perspective, got hurt the most, 100%. So, because they are playing that short-term game, so they're going to either have to offload a lot of their product and absolutely get wrecked depending upon the price they bought it at, or they're going to have to hold on for the ride and hodl, baby. So, yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. But, yeah, no, it's been a bummer for a lot of LGS stores, but, I mean, as far as it goes, like, all things considered, even though I've taken a massive hit and my product, you know, I'm kind of just sitting on, like, at the end of the day, I'm fine. I'm going to be okay. Obviously, I have a lot of people that have been supporting me through this. And so, like, your guys' like purchasing of my breaks really does help out the channel a lot. So I can't thank you guys enough for that. But as far as it goes, you know, I'm looking at this from the perspective of, you know, these reprints are going to start filtering out pretty soon here. And whether you think this is a bull market or a bear market or not, there will be that price correction where prices will go back up again. In the short term, even if the demand has died out a lot, just because initially, you know, there's always that year or two return, 10-20% gain after the market has kind of started to filter out a lot of older sets. So, you know, I'm kind of just seeing if I want to sit on this product or if I'm gonna sell it at some point, because I did have a good amount of liquidity that I was sitting on to be able to invest in this. Plus, that's why I have my second job too, so I'm able to cover myself in case stuff like this happens. But yeah, no, I definitely agree 100%. It's definitely going to be the investors that are going to be hurt the most. But yeah, no, yeah, okay, yeah, you said that makes a lot of sense. Okay, I'm glad I could answer your question, Koga. I mean, honestly, too, brother. Like, if you have any other questions for me, I mean, once again, I also love answering your questions. I love answering all your guys' questions. You guys all have such great questions. It's really fun to talk to you guys and answer them. But what's that noise? Oh, that's outside. I heard some weird noise. There's some weird noise going on outside my house. Sound like construction or something. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, I like to look at everything too from like, you know, like I said, everyone looks short term, everyone thinks living in the now, in the moment, but no one looks to the past, no one looks to the future. And so that's why I like to do a lot of comparisons to older sets. Evolving Skies is a banger of a set. It's gonna be a banger of the set in the future. People, and here's another thing as well. Here's one of my, I said, when in doubt, here's my philosophy. When in doubt, go Gen 1. That's literally as simple as it gets as to investing. Like, when you say, what do you mean when in doubt, go Gen 1? Think starter Pokemon. Think Eevees. Think, you know, Pikachus. Just think Gen 1. If you have a set that centers around Gen 1 Pokemon, it's going to be a popular set. Like, point to a set and prove me wrong where it doesn't focus around a Gen 1 Pokemon and it has bombed. Like, actually. Like, when I say focus around it, I don't mean just one specific one. I mean, like, it's one of the, like, more popular, like, ones, right? Like, because you can say here Crimson Invasion has the Gyarados, but guess what? Gyarados is a cool Pokemon. It's not a super popular Pokemon like other sets. You know what I mean? Like, you can say Vivid Voltage focuses around the Pikachu. It's been a well-performing set. Champion's Path, initially hated by a lot of people because it was known as the Charizard set. Guess what? It is still expensive as frick right now because it is the Charizard set. As much as people want to hate on it. So it's like you can sit here and you can tell me, like, you know, I hate certain sets because it only focuses on one card, but if that one specific card is a fan favorite growing up, whether it be the Eevees, whether it be the Pikachus, whether it be, and honestly, I think a Gengar is another popular Pokemon, so I think that'll play effect on the roll. But yeah, it has to be a popular one. That's the thing that I think is safe. Yeah, sometimes I overthink a lot with opportunity cost, having my own cash flow restricted, what I can buy. I completely understand that, Koga. I totally understand the perspective in which you're coming from. One of the biggest kind of pieces of advice I would say for that when it comes to it is never restrict yourself to cash flow capital in regards to FOMOing in. And what do I mean by that? Basically, what I mean by that is if you say to yourself right now, right? First off, I think it is an amazing opportunity to buy in right now if you're a long-term investor of sealed product, right? But let's say right now, let's say that you don't have the cash flow capital, right? And let's say the prices end up going up later down the line, right? And let's say that a booster box of Evolving Skies goes to $180, right? And you have that cash flow capital now. Rather than saying to yourself, I'm going to invest right now because I believe in it long term, which you can totally do, right? But hypothetically, if a reprint did come out and slapped you right in the face and you just all of a sudden had a bunch of capital tied up, then it's going to hurt you long term. So in my personal opinion, one of the things you got to do is you got to look at those opportunities and you got to be able to not get emotional and just FOMO into the market because of the fact of the matter that you think, oh, well, I should get in now because Evolving Skies could go to 250 tomorrow. Like, you have to look at this from the perspective of either you're going to hold long term and you're just going to dollar cost average in your position, or you're going to have to look at it from the perspective of there's a potential reprint, or I'm going to invest in another set that I think has opportunity. Because the thing is, a lot of people always think to themselves, I have to be rich, and I'm not perfect. Like, early on when being an investor, it's one of these things where it's like you learn this, especially from losing, like, if I'm being honest, losing thousands of dollars. I have lost so much money early on investing, and to be fair, I made thousands of dollars. So it's one of these things where it's like, you know, it's a balance. It's like you make thousands of dollars, and then you lose thousands of dollars, and then you make thousands. You just got to make sure that you're losing less than you are winning, and it's like a learning time every single time. You know what I mean? Like, long term. And so being able to think like that, you can't just over leverage yourself and go all in. So, like, one thing I will say, Koga, that I've really learned is if, like, I think it's a good opportunity to go in, what I'll do is I'll do what's called a ladder position. So, like, for example, if I think right now, let's say I have $1,000, right? And let's say that Evolving Skies is sitting at around 130. I say to myself, man, 130 is a great price. Instead of putting all $1,000 in, I'm going to put in a third. I'm going to spend $300. I'm going to buy 2 booster boxes, right? Then the price goes to 110. Oh crap, it just continued to drop. Well, guess what? I still have that extra, $700 that I can go in and invest into the remaining amount, or I can go 50% on that and say, all right, I'm going to do 50% in now, 350, and then if it goes any lower, and go in. That way you're continuing to dollar cost average downwards rather than upwards. You know what I mean? And if it does end up going up, if you want to, you can dollar cost average up, but I like to play it safe because there's always going to be opportunities in this market. It's not like you have to get in right here, right now. This is the last chance. There's never going to be another opportunity. This is not a short-term game. This is a long-term game. You have to look at it like that. And the most important thing right now is not getting rich right here, right now. The most important thing is preserving your capital long-term and making sure you don't take those L's. I appreciate the economic knowledge since I'm, for the most part, clueless. I've been wanting to start my own business. Maybe an online store eventually. Yeah, I mean, as far as it goes, Travis, I'm going to continue to create content like this. And if you do seriously have specific topics that you want me to talk about, you've been one that seems to be really good as far as it goes when it comes to asking me a really tough, good questions. And I really appreciate that about you. And of course, I appreciate your support. So if there are specific topics, more or less, like you have general questions, but there are specific topics that you want me to go over in videos that will take me 20, 30 minutes. I mean, I can obviously talk about it now. However, I would love to make full in-depth breakdown 20-minute, 30-minute videos. So if you have one in mind, I would absolutely love to be able to, you know, share that as well as share it with other people, because that kind of helps me gauge what kind of content you guys are looking for. I actually focus a lot on big Pokemon like Pikachu and Charizard. I really like buying this collection boxes and promos of them and the Gen 1 starters. The other Gen 1 starters, I mean, no, I know what you mean. No, I 100% know what you mean, brother. And that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I think that's smart. I think that from an investment perspective, that's definitely, I think that's a definitely smart way to look at it. Because that's honestly so safe. Like, it has historically been the highest performing sets as far as it goes, like, throughout the overall market. Has been those like Gen 1 cards. Like, it's just crazy to me. I mean, like, number 1 set, Cosmic Eclipse. What does it have in that set? It has all the starters. It has the Pikachu arts. It has the starter arts. It has all of that, right? Unbroken Bond, super popular set as well. Pretty expensive one. Guess what it has? The Charizard as well. Burning Shadows. The only reason why Burning Shadows is kind of less in value compared to the other ones is because it had massive reprints, which first off, the value of the reprints were actually pretty crappy considering they had a bunch of print issues. So it's like you can keep going back and you can keep seeing the sets and say, this one did well, this one did well, this one did well. Why did they all do well? They focused on Gen 1 because Gen 1 is the most nostalgic, because they're the starters that have been around the longest and they pull in a lot of people and they just hold that kind of strong value when it comes to investment perspective. Yeah, for sure. I've gotten used to dollar cost averaging into crypto as I've been around for a year. I guess it's something I'll get used to, still being an inexperienced investor. So one thing I will say too, and I don't know how old you are, Travis. I don't know what your overall like economic status looks like. And I also don't know what your overall tolerance for risk is. And lastly, and most importantly, I don't know what your overall time is that you have in allotting to investing and following. But here's my kind of personal opinion on that. Understanding the macro trends are what's most important. So macro trends, what do I mean by that? I mean, let's take crypto, for example, right? I think that as far as it goes right now, you should be taking every dime as far, and I'm not, first off, I want to get this out of the way. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. But if you are a believer of crypto, right? I think that as far as it goes, being able to take a look and say to yourself, okay, and this is my personal opinion, I think we're in a bull market for crypto. I think for that reason, you should be looking at dollar cost averaging in whenever there's dip opportunities, because I think there's going to be upwards movement. And at the end of the day, as long as you're continuing to dollar cost average in, then I think that you're going to be safe. And then on top of that as well, also making sure to pull profits too along the way, just so that you're consistently going to be making money as the price goes up. However, if I'm being completely honest, once you start to see that downtrend change, which obviously it's going to be harder for you because you're not knowledgeable like this stuff as I am, because I've been doing the research. But of course, if you guys watch my videos, you can really start to take away understanding of how to know when there's a downtrend that's kind of changed. But once you start to really be able to identify what a downtrend looks like, where that downtrend is, kind of identifying that kind of stuff for yourself, then you can start to understand when to sell a lot of your product, a lot of your, crypto for that profit. And then that's the opportunity for you to wait, because a lot of the times there's this term called a falling knife. A falling knife is basically where the price of a product is continuing to go down and you're trying to catch the bottom, and then it ends up going down even further and you just get wrecked. You don't want to be that falling knife person. Of course, you can say long term, like, oh yeah, I believe Bitcoin's going to go to 300,000, and so buying in, you know, at $70,000 hypothetically is going to be fine. But if the price of Bitcoin goes down to 20K, then it's one of these things where, guess what, guys, you could have had that opportunity to go buy it down at 20K, 30K, 40K. So it's like, don't be the guy that's falling knife. Understand the opportunities, and understanding when's a good time to get in is something that's very important. So that's kind of like my personal advice in regards to that. Don't be emotional. Understand that, you know, there's going to be days Bitcoin's going to have to pull back because there's going to be the market that's going to be taking profit. And so that's something that a lot of people get too nervous about because they're all so scared if Bitcoin goes up 10% in one day, but then it can also go run the other way the next day. So just understanding the importance of that and being patient, because there's always going to be opportunities in the market. This is one thing I've realized. There's always more stuff to buy and more deals to come, so don't go in. That's literally exactly what I just said, Travis. Like, you're 100% right, Travis. That's like, I literally just stated that. You can't have said it any better. Like, you know, you have to be patient. Yeah, that comment was Koga. No, 100% Travis. That's so funny. Yeah, no, you gotta be patient. Patience. That's what this is. This is a patient market. Everyone, here's the deal, man. Everyone wants to be rich now. Everyone wants to say to themselves, let's all get rich right away because I have to be the next millionaire. And if I'm being honest, I think the reason why there's that societal pressure, and I'd be lying if I said I haven't experienced that myself, stems from the fact of the matter that we live in a society in which you have the ever overwhelming amount of social media presence where you see all these rich people and you say to yourself, man, these people are in their early 20s, they're rich, and they're able to have these opportunities. Well, guess what? A majority of them didn't make it off of crypto. Yeah, some of them did, very small percentage, and they got lucky, but a very small percentage, and your percentage odds are not that high. So if you want to take those risks, you can take those risks, but you also got to bear the grunt as far as, you know, the overall downside. And that's why playing safe, preserving your capital, and looking long term, because hypothetically speaking, if you play your cards right and you preserve your capital, you could be like them just at age 30 instead of age, you know, early 20s. And what's so wrong with that? You know, everyone wants it now, but you got to be understanding that you can be patient and you can aggregate the risk. Travis, I've never even thought of crypto. Although it's a foreign language to me. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the thing is about crypto that you have to understand, from an investment perspective, the basic, like, because obviously, like, I'm going to tell you what crypto is. I'm not going to tell you to invest in it. I'm not going to tell you not to invest in it. But as far as it goes, when it comes to what crypto ultimately is cryptocurrencies are basically, and here's the thing that's interesting too, is a lot of people will say that cryptocurrencies are the future from an overall spending perspective. I 100% disagree with that. I think that they're going to be more or less a tradable commodity, and with that, they're going to have their overall asset values. I think NFTs are going to be more or less the future, and I'm going to explain why I believe that. So, and I'll get into that in a second because I will go on and on and on. So I want to read a couple more comments I see you guys are posting. Koga, I'm 17. I plan on holding for years. Luckily, I don't get really emotional with crypto. As it's all money, I don't really care about losing. Also because I really do believe in crypto. So one thing I will say, Koga, I don't know if you've ever heard of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, but as far as it goes, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, one of the things, and I recommend reading that book if you are trying to get into understanding economic risk. But one of the things he said is don't let the fear of losing be greater than the fear of winning. And he always talks about as well the fact of the matter that when you're young like yourself, 17 years old, that's the time to take these risks, because hypothetically, if you were to save up $1,000, $2,000 and lose it all tomorrow, guess what? Your life's not over. Now, if you're 40, 50, 60 years old, that's a different situation. But if you're in your early 20s, if you're in your teens, then you can take those aggregated risks because you're saying to yourself, guess what? I can go back and I can learn from my mistake. And make sure you learn from that mistake. Don't be stupid. Don't just be a degenerate gambler that goes and trades freaking garbage. Like, make sure you understand the mistakes that you made so that you learn from it and you move on when you're older, so that you can take those opportunities that when you have a higher bankroll and you can learn from those mistakes. First off, welcome to the channel, Stay Low Mac. A falling knife example, sheep. It is a perfect example, and this is one of the biggest things that I kept telling my friends. because the biggest problem that I had was I had so many people asking me, Eli, should I get in sheep? Eli, should I get in sheep? Sheep, Dogecoin, right? I remember my buddy was telling me when Dogecoin was at 60 cents, Eli, should we get in Dogecoin? I said, no, shut the frick up. I said, no, you should not be getting in Dogecoin. And this was at the time when SHIB was 0.0000000, right? This was when SHIB wasn't even top 100, top 1,000 list, right? And Dogecoin was about to hit 60 cents, right? I straight up said to my friend, listen, I know there's this speculative coin called SHIB. If you want to get in SHIB, you can get in SHIB, because I think that, you know, throwing $500, if it goes to, let's say, a penny, very unlikely, but if it goes to like half a penny, something like that, then you can aggregate your risk because it's only $500, right? But if you're going to Dogecoin right now, you have very little upside considering the overall market cap growth, and we can talk about that later. That's going to be a huge thing. Anyway, long story short, they get in SHIB when it was less than that, and I even told my mom. I told my mom, if you want to get in SHIB, you can get in SHIB. Just throw $500, lose it, whatever. Off of that, she made a $500 investment and turned it into a $20,000 investment because we got in SHIB before like everyone really got into SHIB. And so it was one of those things where it's like she had the diamond hand, she made a ton of money, and I'm happy for her. But that was because she looked and saw it was the opportunity to get in now. But then you have those laggard people where they say, I want to get in at Dogecoin when it was at 60 cents. Well, guess what? If you're at Dogecoin at 60 cents, look at where you are right now. You are still at a massive loss, and it was because you caught that falling knife because you got emotional and you said it's going to keep going up, or you had a friend tell you it's going to keep going up, and just being able to understand that, like, okay, this is not the move as far as it goes. Like, you have to be able to be smart in understanding the overall risk to reward ratio. If a currency is just gonna be a pump and dump like these meme coins are, you can't be left holding the bag. And so you have to be able to understand that unless it's very early stages of it, it's gonna be gone money. And so that's what a lot of people are experiencing right now with SHIB. SHIB could potentially go back up to its all-time high. It's possible. I'm not saying that it is or isn't, but what I am saying is that now is not the long-term time to get into SHIB. I think it's more or less trying to look to these other smaller cap top 10, top 20, top 100 coins. Yeah, no, Koga, being so young, you're willing to take a lot of risk, and that's exactly like I was just saying about, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and talking with Robert Kiyosaki. That's one of the things he talks about. Invest only what you're willing to lose. People need to really take that advice. Honestly, you know what the advice people really need to take, Stay Low Mag, is invest, because most people just see risk in general and they don't invest, which is the funniest thing to me, how no one wants to invest, and then everyone complains about everyone being rich, and those people that are rich took risks. Obviously not everyone that is rich took risks, but the majority of the people that are successful in life, let's say, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, all these guys took risks to start their business and put everything on the line, and then everyone wants to give them crap for being successful when they're the ones that created a marketplace that allowed innovation for the future of that technological space, which changed everyone's lives and was able to create millions of millions of jobs for people, and it's one of these things where people just don't understand that. And so people need to be able to understand when it comes to, risk has reward and risk has downside. And are you going to understand how much risk you can take, as well as are you going to understand to invest? And to be honest, I blame a lot of it on the education system in this country. A lot of it is kind of built around you having government dependence and not being taught about economics. It's kind of done that way on purpose because they want you to be reliant on the government so that you kind of work into the system versus having your own economic dependence and being able to understand how you're supposed to save money. It's kind of like with Social Security. Social Security, a lot of people have the interpretation that Social Security is a long-term, savings program. It's not. Social Security is supposedly a safety net. It's more or less at this point a Ponzi scheme. And so it's one of these things where a lot of people have that interpretation that the government's going to take care of everything long term. I don't have to save. That's what my Social Security's for. And considering the fact of the matter that, you know, realistically long term, it's not. You know, a lot of people are just uneducated in that way, and they don't know any better because they've bought into the system, you know. And it's a lot of people's, it's not their fault because no one really educated them, you know. Like a lot of people just were told if they get a college degree of any kind, everything's going to be a-okay. They can go get some sort of liberal arts major and they're going to be successful in life. But a lot of people realize that, you know, not everything is just valuable just because you have a piece of paper in your hand that said you went to some prestigious college. You know what I mean? So it's just one of these things where a lot of people really need to understand that, especially in the context of investing as well. But once again, people are not educated on this. I think it starts once again back with the education system and kind of helping improve that in this country. Everyone's looking for the next moon stock or coin. Yeah, and I don't think that should be the mentality, Stilo. I think it should be, what is the next one that's going to give me that 10, 20, 30, 40%? First up, Alex, thanks for the subscribe. I really appreciate it, brother. Thanks for following us. It helps out a lot as being a part of the channel. But yeah, you should look at the next Cardano. I think that's the one that's more important. Sure, it's not going to moonshot like Doge. It's going to go up 100x. But if you look at the fact of the matter, if you went and bought, you know, Cardano back when it was at, you know, 2-3 cents, it went all the way up to $3, my guys. That's still 100x. It just didn't, you know, 100, you know, 1,000 trillion x like Dogecoin did. But you still could have made a killing. People need to be smart. I wish I had invested money in my 20s. 31 now, just started. No teaching, no teacher in high school or college even mentioned anything about this. Well, here's the deal, Travis. You're 31. Here's the thing. You're still ahead of the curve that you're learning this stuff now, Travis. Because guess what? The average, this is the saddest statistic ever. The average American doesn't open a savings account until 40. So you're still 9 years away from the average. You're still ahead of the curve if you start investing, if you start saving now, if you start being smart. Because guess what, my guy? Most people aren't retiring until the age of 69, and a lot of people nowadays aren't even retiring much because they're not being financially smart with their money. So don't worry, my guy. Yes, you can say, like, everyone wants to look in the past and say, like, oh man, I missed out. I wish I would have done this in my 20s, right? But guess what? I wish I would have done that stuff when I was 12. But I'm 12 at that age. I wouldn't have known any better. And as sad as it is to say, you can make that same argument for a lot of people in their 20s because a lot of people didn't educate them. So I would say, don't worry, my guy. You know, I'll do my best to help teach you. I highly recommend, you know, learning. You seem like someone who really likes to learn, and I think that's one of the most important things. And I think you'll be very successful just based off of my experience of just interacting with you, just understanding that, you know, learning and being able to listen is one of the most important things, and seeing perspective too. That's also huge. Just teaching yourself, being knowledgeable when it comes to economics, and knowing that it's not over. You're in your early 30s. You still have so much life ahead of you. So don't worry, my guy. Would you say that you should mainly look at minimizing downside when considering an investment? I think that when looking at investment, you should look to not necessarily, although of course, yes, minimizing downside should be something that's important. I think looking at your risk to reward ratio. So like basically what I mean by that is saying to yourself, if I can make a 100x investment, right? And I know that there is that possibility, right? But the amount of money that I'm willing to lose in regards to that is a small amount. In order for such upside, I think that's important. However, if I have a ton of money to lose and I have a ton of upside to gain, for me, that's not worth it. I'd much rather have it be a small amount of money to lose and a ton of upside, or I'd much rather have, you know, a lot of money to lose with small upside, but the overall downside is very small. I'd much rather take that risk because I know my money's a lot safer. So I guess in answering your question, Travis, yes, it is minimizing downside, but also understanding your upside. So it's a little bit of A and B, you know, it's a little bit of knowing what the downside risks are in regards to how much you could potentially make on the back end, but also understanding what is the risk that I am taking when trying to occur this. So that, because that's a very important. A lot of people will think SHIB, for example, you know, is a great investment right now, but guess what? The downside is if you're buying up near the top, it drops 50%, boom, you're screwed. That's just kind of how it is. You have to be able to understand that. Versus if you got in SHIB very early on, like my mom did, then you saw that upside. And hypothetically speaking, if it went to zero, guess what? I lost $500. Some people, that's a lot. For her, it wasn't a lot. She was willing to lose all that. She understand her risk to reward ratio, you know, understanding your risk to reward ratio. Like, for example, let's take another coin, for example, Cardano. Cardano's all-time high was $3. It's a very safe coin. It has a lot of project, you know, value behind it, unlike, you know, SHIB, which is the meme coin, right? With that being said, Cardano's at around $1.80. It's been up to $3, and if you believe that we're going to continue to be in a bull market, it's not going to give you those 100x gains, but it's still going to give you that 30, 40, 50% gain within if it hits its all-time high. And with that being said, that is still a large amount of money, because the overall S&P 500 will average about 7.5% yearly return. So you're going to be getting way more than that by investing in Cardano, which is not only a safe coin, you have a very low risk in regards to the overall upside risk to reward ratio with each other. So that's what's very important when looking at it like that. First off, I see Ray T. Yo, what's up, Ray? It's been a while. How you doing, brother? Long time no see. How we doing? It's been a while since we've talked. By the time I'm at the age of Social Security, it won't even be around anymore. Hey, who knows, man? That's what everyone's been saying for the past 30 years. But, you know, Ponzi schemes will be Ponzi schemes. That's how it works. They can keep prolonging it. Do you play any other games besides Pokemon? I play Call of Duty occasionally. I mean, honestly, I used to actually be very competitive in Call of Duty. There's this card game called Hearthstone. I don't know if you ever heard about it. I actually used to be top 12 in the world in Hearthstone at one point. I was a competitive player for that for a while. I never went to tournaments. I could have definitely gone to tournaments. I had enough legend points in that game to be able to compete, but I decided not to because I just got burnt out because I would play it so much. It was a fun game, but I don't know if you've ever heard of Hearthstone. And then I was also, at one point, I did a lot of competitive play for Call of Duty, and I was one of the top players on that as well. You know, I'm very competitive when it comes to the games that I play. But I mean, as far as it goes, Call of Duty is kind of my second main go-to game, but I usually just play like Warzone with friends and kind of screw around with like Plunder and other game modes. So just more fun because I'm so busy with work nowadays. I don't play as much video games as I used to. But what games do you play, Ray? I'm always curious to hear if you guys got games that I've played or like to play or whatever. Okay, Stalo Mac, what is your talk on the squeeze play like AMC and GME? I mean, honestly, it's one of these things where it was a moonshot that kind of lucked out. I think that if you're trying to get into AMC or GME, you missed the boat when it had the opportunity. I think that the play in and of itself was a smart play because people obviously understood what was going on and you had a lot of buyer power behind it when it came to overall understanding of fundamentals and over leveraged shorts in a market in which it's completely saturated purely by shorts and understanding liquidation points. So I definitely think that like it was a smart play by a lot of these short buyers. But however, with that being said, as far as it goes right now, trying to look for that next short squeeze, I think it's pretty foolish and it's fool's gold at that point. You could try and find that opportunity, and if you do see something once again with very low risk, very high upside, then take that opportunity because you have that low risk, high upside. So it's not to say that it won't happen again because there's definitely going to be the next coin or the next stock that's going to do that. But just understanding what is a good risk to reward ratio for yourself and understanding that risk and that upside. But yeah, definitely was interesting when it happened. I mean, you know, I thought it was kind of funny and kind of clever. Travis, okay, I get what you're saying. Risk to reward ratio, I'll study that. Yep, RR, just super important. Understand that. Book I recommend, like I said, Rich Dad Poor Dad is a very important book in understanding risk to reward ratio, especially at a younger age. Really talks about it a lot. I think understanding just as well, just making sure that, like, you know, people said, do not risk more than you're willing to lose. And if you are willing to lose it, what is the upside for that? Just general takeaway from that. But yeah, it's very important. A lot of people don't take that stuff into consideration. So, but yeah, no, I mean, these are all great questions. I love all your guys' questions. I mean, keep throwing them at me, man, because I absolutely love answering these kind of stuff. Because it is important things, and I want to help educate you guys in regards to economics. So, because this is stuff that a lot of people don't really get the opportunity to learn growing up because they were never taught it. All right, let's see if we can get lucky, guys. We're at a total of 42 encounters so far, if I'm correct. So far, we're honestly at a good pace. We've kind of gotten the system down. Ray T, I've been playing OSRS, but trying to cut back playing video games. Well, I am actually not familiar with OSRS. What is OSRS? What is OSRS? How do I not know what OSRS is? Is there more to that I don't understand? OSRS. Interesting. What is that game? I mean, it's an abbreviation for something, obviously. Yeah, of course, Stilo, and of course, feel free to ask me more questions if you guys have any. I'm an open book when it comes to asking questions. I'm very knowledgeable in the space of crypto as well. So if you guys have opinions on certain cryptocurrencies or just crypto in general, like, please feel free to ask. Like, I am all open to answering your guys' questions, as I am very knowledgeable in that field of cryptocurrencies. I've been in it for a very long time, and I know a lot of the technology really well, and kind of the overall future in which I think it holds. Obviously, I'm not a crystal ball reader, so I can't tell you it's, you know, what it's going to go to, but I can tell you, what I have personal opinions on certain coins, as well as the overall space in and of itself. I think I'm by nature conservative and look more at downside investments, but I do take risk if they're calculated. And then Stilo, oh, I need to do a counter. Stilo also said, I'm in the process of learning to do calls and puts. Yeah, I mean, calls and puts are definitely not bad. I mean, especially if we're talking about overall contracts. Personally speaking, I don't play a lot in the calls and puts. I mean, I definitely think from a trading perspective, I think it's definitely fruitful to learn. I mean, I think trading is really good. I think people that do learn how to trade as well. I think honestly, Stilo, if I'm gonna throw you at someone, one of the best people when learning how to trade, in my personal opinion, I'm gonna recommend you a couple of things, Stilo. I'm gonna tell you, first off, read the book Trading in the Zone. I don't know if you've ever heard of that book. I think Trading in the Zone will be a very, very fruitful book for you to understand if you're trying to learn how to trade. And then another thing as well, if you are trading crypto, one person I will throw you at, I don't know if you've ever heard of Crown, Krown, but Crown is probably, in my personal opinion, the most knowledgeable trader right now in the space. Highly recommend him. His videos are literally free. You don't have to pay jack to watch his videos. He doesn't ask you, he doesn't like charge for any of his content. If you want to, he has programs where he can teach you how to be a better trader. If you want to pay for that, you don't need to pay for that because of how informative his videos are. But Crown, I highly recommend looking him up. Krown. He's very informative, learning how to trade. He does do a lot of futures contracts. He does do calls and puts, but I know as far as it goes, a lot of people in the concept of like trading, a lot of people will trade, do margin trades, longing and shorting, which is it's pretty similar. I mean, honestly, but it just has different regulations depending upon what we're trading on. And what exchange too. So I highly recommend it if that's kind of the direction you're gonna go, looking into him. But yeah, going back to it with Travis, by nature being conservative, I mean, that's never a bad thing. That is never a bad thing whatsoever as far as it goes. Being conservative, it's better to be conservative than over risky, as long as you're making money compared to that. Because honestly, at least as long as you're being conservative and making money at the end of the day, and you're making more than you're losing, then there's no problem with that. And if you are risky and you're making more than you're losing, then that is okay with that. You just got to understand, you got to have a strategy and what strategy works best for you, because at the end of the day, not every strategy is going to work for everyone. And so for that reason, you just got to find out what works for you best. But yes, I'm glad you guys are both so open to learning. I think it's very important. I'm really happy because this is one of the things that's very important, is being able to take opportunities to learn and really enrich yourself and become knowledgeable in life when it comes to understanding economics. So yeah, Stilo, Crown is huge, dude. He posts videos Monday through Friday, and then he'll do short update videos on weekends. He's a great trader. Like, guy traded on Forex back in the day, was a certified market maker. He is phenomenal, dude. And then the book Trading in the Zone really gets into the psychology of learning to be an investor / trader. So it is a really, really good book. Oh, Hansos. Oh, let's see it, Hansos. I hope you're right, brother. We're at 148 now. Welcome to the channel. First off, Hansos, appreciate the support on stopping by. I hope you're right, because we are at 148. We're at 148 levels of sadness. Here we go. Bro, if you call it, that'd be so crazy. I would lose my mind. But let's see it right here. Hacker alert, Hansos in the chat. Oh, you lied to me, Hansos. What the frick? Oh, could you? Oh, that's so funny. Putting in on a black, calling a shiny right now. They're putting it all on black. Yeah, we're at the casino right here, baby. Right here. Give me that 50-50. All on black. No problems. Easy money. Take it to the bank. If I flip a coin 50 times, how many times do I get heads? Easy answer. 100% of the time because I don't miss. Woo! So stupid. That's how we do it around here, baby. Big money, big money. That's oh, that's such a dumb saying. I'd always make such stupid jokes a lot of the times. It's so funny too, cause like I don't lie. I work an honest program. Hey man, if your program works, let's see it, my guy. Let's see it right here, right here, right here, baby, right here. Easy magic, easy magic. It's so funny too. I seem like such a serious demeanor person, especially in my videos, but I actually make jokes all the freaking time off stream and when I'm hanging out with my friends. I feel like I need to be more lighthearted, but a lot of my videos are like serious, like, you know, topics, and so I never really have the opportunity to kind of goof off and mess around with a lot of people unless it's like in these streaming formats. But here we go. This is the time Hanso said. This is it. Right here, right here. He's gonna get it this time. And then the next time. And then the next time. And then the next time. That's how this works. I hope you're right. That'd be sick if you're right though, bro. I hope you're right. We're at 149. It's been 4 hours and a half. Like, I would love it if you were right because we keep going, baby. Right here, 149. Easy money. Easiest money of my life. No problem. No problem. Easy shiny. Boomer! What the frick? You guys lied. You go black every time, you have to win. That is the mindset. See, it's the power of positivity. Travis, so the actual odds are 1,496. Sorry, whoa, that's wrong. 4,096 are the odds. So the old odds used to be 8,186, but they cut the odds in half for the newer generation games. So it actually just got cut down to that 4,096. So it's not as bad. And we're only 149 of the way through. We're so close, guys. Oh my god. Yeah. This time, Hansos. Honestly, Hansos, if you want to just keep doing this for the next couple hours, like, just keep saying, like, it's going to happen this time. No, wait, it's going to happen this time. I honestly, like, bro, you're going to hit it one of these times. Like, it's going to happen. I just hope it's when you're here, because that'd be pretty sick, because I'm definitely crying myself to sleep if we don't hit it sometime soon. Oh, that's so funny though, dude. That is so funny. Oh, I'm laughing because of how funny it is that I'm crying myself to sleep. Oh. Here we go. Here we go, right here. Here we go, easy up, boom, 150. Come on, if we're being honest, Hansos, if it's not 169, why are we here? If it's not 420, why are we here? We gotta hit these points. Emily will get mad. Wait a second. Wait, who am I? Who is? Oh wait, this is Colton. Oh my god, what's up, Colton? Oh my god, I totally forgot Hansos is your Twitch name. That's so funny. No, that's your no, that's not your, well, it is your Twitch name or YouTube name. That's your oh my god, what game name am I thinking? That's your Unite name, dude. That's so funny, my guy. I can see you and Jake from Pokémon doing a 2-hour podcast pouring out valuable info. Yeah, dude, we did that podcast a very long time ago. So actually, I got pretty lucky with that. I basically just hit him up and then was like, yo, I'm a smaller channel. Would you want to come on my podcast and like have me interview you for a couple hours? He was like, sure. And I was like, sweet. I would love to have him on now. I'd love to have him on again soon, especially considering now that the channel's kind of grown and we're at like 286 subscribers. We're about to push 300 probably within the next day or two. So I'd love to have him back on the podcast, especially because he's really, like, I love guys like him that are super informative when it comes to the overall market. They have so much like value in regards to understanding just the, you know, just the overall Pokemon market in so many niches too. Thanks. Thank you for wishing me luck. Hey, hopefully we get a shiny this time, bro. We've been going for 4.5 hours the past 2 days. I do about 3-hour streams in between, so we're about a half an hour in on this one. So definitely hoping that we get something good this time. Let's get that counter up right here, baby. 151, magic number. Oh, here we go. Easy money right here. It's totally gonna happen. I'm totally not hating life yet. Oh, this just absolutely sucks. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, fun times indeed. So, but yeah, no, Jake, super duper nice guy. Would love to have him on. Honestly, long term, what I would really love to do is I would really start doing a podcast with a lot of informative Pokemon people. Yeah, you've got almost 100 subs in a few weeks. Dude, you know what's crazy, Koga? Is literally, I was sitting at 141 subscribers like a week and a half ago, and I've already doubled that. Like, my growth rate has been huge. It's because I posted that video saying that I think the Pokemon market was going to crash, and it just blew up. And, like, blew up in the context of, like, blow up for me, right? Like, it's at 1.9 thousand subscribers. And I'm like, holy crap, that's so cool. And, like, from that, if I'm being honest, I've started to kind of, like, improve a lot of my content. I've started to really being consistent when I produce things. I know like my value when it comes to my content, so for me it was really just getting the content out there, and so learning the algorithm has kind of been a really big thing that I've been kind of working on. So yeah, my overall growth has been exponential. Not to mention the fact of the matter too, the giveaways have really helped out a lot, I feel, in getting people to engage a lot of my content. And like at the end of the day, like it's I can't thank you guys all enough for, you know, supporting the channel and being here. I like seriously, like it helps out a ton when it comes to me, like with motivation and like waking up in the morning and getting you guys and giving you guys content. Like literally, I'm not even kidding you, like yesterday, so I stream this Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and literally yesterday all day Monday I was like, man, I really want to stream today, but it's not a part of my stream schedule, and I had some other things of work I want to take care of, but I really wanted to stream super bad because I really enjoy having these conversations with you guys so much. So I can't thank you guys enough. When you do stop by, it really means the world to me, you know. So like, I seriously, like, you guys are awesome. Yeah, let's see that blue Turtwig, baby. Let's see it, Travis. I'm definitely hoping that we get that Turtwig, my guy, because holy moly, we have been going on and on and on and on. But, you know, 152 in the grand scheme of things is, you know, relatively small. So we still have a lot of time left to go as far as the overall stream works. So we'll see. So I will tell you though, if we do get that shiny, whether it be a Starly or a Turtwig, we're gonna have some content to produce. So I mean, this is my first ever official Nuzlocke, let alone shiny Nuzlocke. So it's gonna be one of these things where when I do get it, I'm gonna be freaking out. I'm gonna be so excited because I'm gonna be like, yes, we get to begin the journey. So, because I mean, Lord knows only how long this is gonna take, let alone how exciting I'm gonna get when we're finally gonna be able to move past this. So, cause first Nuzlocke journey so far, woohoo! Putting in the hours, baby, putting in the hours. I mean, to be fair, a lot of streamers will go a lot longer than this. So honestly, I can't fully complain considering the fact of the matter that we're still, you know, 4 hours and 40 minutes in. One thing I will say though, it is brutal having to do with that 1 minute and 40-second timer. I already mentioned that, so definitely getting this one out of the way would be like, honestly, I want that more than anything, is getting this shiny. Like if there are any shinies that I had to like just get out of the way, it would be the starter because of the overall reset timer when it comes to it. And then I gotta, of course, you know, watch some videos as well to kind of motivate myself to be like, all right, I got this, I can do this, I've seen other people do it. So just don't be that guy that doesn't get it. Shiny Turtwig, like I'll literally look up on my phone like shiny Turtwig BDSP right here, baby, and then I'll look it up and then I'll see some people got it in X amount of resets and I'll be really sad. Like there's one guy that got it in 1,456 resets and I'm like, oh, not even close. That hurts the heart. But yeah, no guys, God, that's so crazy. Let's not be that guy. Let's not, God, and having that uncatchable shiny Starly too, you know how hurtful that would be? Oh, I'd be so sad. Yeah, one guy got in 85 resets. Someone got in 12 resets an uncatchable shiny. That sucks. Someone got a shiny Chimchar in 292 resets. Dang, dude, that's crazy. Some people went, yeah, that first encounter. God, some people got some luck, man. Some people got some luck. Stray Low Mac, do you think another Fate set would release in the spring? Shining Fates was a great set. I still think it's a little undervalued. I definitely think it's undervalued, for sure. I think the reason why it's undervalued is because it's still, you know, in that kind of, it came out in March, you know? And not to mention the fact of the matter, Gen 8 wasn't the most exciting. So, you know, you can make an argument that it's currently valued at its current price point for a reason, or you can make the argument that it'll long-term be a lot more successful. I think it's a little bit of both. And honestly, Stilo, I don't know how much of my videos you've watched or if you're a follower of the channel, but one of the things that I've been saying a lot is I've been saying that I think that we're going to have potentially a, you know, Hidden Fates 2.0 coming up here, whether it be with the VMAX Climax or a future set. And the reason why I believe that is because they came out and recently said that they're going to be having a Shiny Rayquaza VMAX, Shiny Mew VMAX, and Shiny Duraludon VMAX in their next set. And with that being said, considering the fact of the matter that these are all part of Sword and Shield era sets, just the regular VMAXs, and the Sun and Moon era Hidden Fates was all part of older, you know, Sun and Moon sets like the Charizard, Burning Shadows, the Sylveon, Guardians Rising, and so on and so on. It makes me to believe that, considering they tease those three, that there's probably going to be more in the future. Now, obviously, they have these character cards as well. They've announced these character cards. Sounds like it's going to be in VMAX Climax. Pokemon Company Japan is not exactly known for its kind of bigger sets, so who knows if it's going to be later in a set, or if they're going to do a half and half kind of hybrid of Cosmic, half and half kind of hybrid of Hidden Fates, and I've talked about that as well. But we'll kind of see as far as it goes. But I mean, if you guys have realized, one of the things that they haven't really done is they've kind of talked mainly about a lot of the subset cards with the, you know, trainer cards. So they haven't really talked about a lot of the main cards that are going to be in the set. So considering the 3 shinies were introduced, who knows if those are going to be some of the, like, you know, no, it's going to kind of be foreshadowing the future of that's going to be the next set. But considering we have a shiny Mew VMAX, and Mew's my, probably like one of my favorite shiny, if not my favorite shiny Pokemon, it wouldn't surprise me if that's going to play a factor in potentially getting a next set. But yeah, no, honestly, I think that it's honestly very likely, Stilo, that sometime in the spring or in the future you will see one of those sets. Because here's the deal, man. Pokemon Company is going to do Pokemon Company things. If something works, they're going to keep throwing it at you. Especially considering the fact that every single spring we do have that special collection set. We had the Champion's Path Charizard Shiny and Rainbow Shiny set. We had, you know, Hidden Fates. We've had Shining Legends. We've had Hidden Fates. We've had Shining Fates. We've had Fates of the Shining Legends. We've had the Shining of the Legend Fates. Like, they're just going to keep throwing the same crap at us, and we're going to keep buying it because they are doing a good job with it so far. Even the ones that suck are the, like, you know, Champion's Path, or Machamp's Path, as a lot of people call it, still have performed the best in the grand scheme of things, because it is one of those spring collector sets. So, all in all, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if they throw us another Fate set in the near future. So, because it is definitely a high possibility in my personal opinion. I agree, people are sleeping on Shining Fates as far just how good the set is. I mean, it's a great set. I mean, the shinies, with the amount of baby shinies you can get, I think it's great. I think they've got really good, you know, trainer arts. And, you know, yeah, I think they've done a great job with the set so far. Oh, let's hit that counter. 156, baby. But yeah, no, definitely, oh yeah, 100%. Hidden Fates is definitely one of the best modern sets, for sure. I mean, it's one of my favorite modern sets. If we're taking that away, I would say Cosmic Eclipse is probably my favorite modern set. I think they did such a good job with both of them. So just the overall artwork design of the shinies in and of themselves, on top of the fact of the matter that you do have, you have just such amazing variety. And I love the baby shinies too. So I definitely love the way in which they kind of introduced that. As far as one of the sets, and I mean, they understand that, boom, this works, we're gonna keep copying and pasting it, because that's kind of what the Pokemon Company's been doing. And honestly, I wish more people would like kind of take that away. Like, that's the thing I think the Pokemon Company does right, in terms of like the card sets is they see something works, they keep doing it. Like they're not gonna stop doing it. Of course, they'll have their own like variety of how they're gonna do it, but they're gonna keep doing it. Regardless. Not the best choices of Pokemon. Well, here's the thing, Stilo. The reason why they chose those Pokemon is because it's centered around Gen 8. That's why. So it's all Gen 8 focused. That's why I wouldn't be surprised if they did coming up ahead, if they did something of like a true Hidden Fates kind of 2.0 with this upcoming set. Because if you realize with the Sun and Moon era one, Sun and Moon era, aka Hidden Fates, basically what Hidden Fates did was it had, you know, it had the Charizard, it had the Reshiram, it had the Greninja, it had the Sylveon, it had all these other generational ones versus Shining Fates didn't. Shining Fates mainly was Gen 8. The only ones that it didn't have were it had Ditto, it had Lapras, and then it had the Charizard. I mean, other than that, the majority of them are Gen 8. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, from the full arts, not the baby shinies, the full arts, because obviously it has the Suicune and a couple other ones. So as far as it goes, it leads me to believe that they're gonna have a Hidden Fates 2.0. This was kind of just more of a focus on the Gen 8, especially considering that we're moving past Gen 8 now and going into the Sinnoh region. Wouldn't be surprised if they did something like that. I'll be interested to see too what they're gonna do with a lot of the future Pokemon cards, because as someone who's a huge Sinnoh Gen 4 fan, I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do with a lot of the artwork for the general future, because I absolutely love the legendaries and a lot of the Pokemon in this main series. So like these, like, I mean, you guys see it right here in the bottom left corner. Got Garchomp, Giratina, Darkrai. I love all these Pokemon, so I'm pretty excited nonetheless as far as it goes. I'm excited to see kind of what the future is of the Pokemon card series themselves. So, but yeah, that's kind of just my personal opinion on it. So, yeah, that's what I just said, the Suicune. But they don't have the full art, obviously, of the Suicune, which is kind of the point I was making. Yeah, because it's those full arts, baby. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the baby shinies. Baby shinies are sick, but full arts, man, woo, that's where they get ya. Full arts are the sweetest thing. And then, sorry you can't see my face right now. I know how much people love to see my face. I'm being sarcastic. Please understand that. I'm not a narcissist. I am just having to stretch out right now because holy crap, sitting in a chair like this forever, you start to cramp. Oh! Also, you can admire at the top of the stream. Oh wow, look at that! Look at that collection. Oh wow, someone said he likes Pokemon. Oh wow, yeah, it's crazy. Look at that right there, boys, ladies and gentlemen. Of course. You know what? That's funny too. I always say boys, and I say that in like a non-term. Like I say that just to everyone, like boys. Like I just say that, but actually I looked at my overall viewership. It said 100% of my viewers are male. I don't have a single girl that watches my content. Hurts the heart. Where's the freaking women in the chat? Where is this? Ladies, where are you? I know I'm not a pretty face to look at, so you don't have that aspect of the stream, but come on, where is the content for you ladies? I'm sorry. I understand that Pokemon is like, video games are more like, more guys are doing that kind of stuff, but I know you gamer girls are out there. 100% men, what the frick is this garbage? Oh, I thought that was so funny though. So, but here we go, guys, just streaming on along. Oh, streaming on along. Definitely hoping to get things going, dude. I mean, get things going, I say. That's so funny, as if basically like things haven't been going forever already, and I'm just sad at this point. So we're at 158. Come on, let's do 159. That's it. That's all I ask. Just 159. No more, no less. Please, I beg of you. Don't make it worse than it has to be. Please, I am done with your torture. I concede. Travis. Travis Niles. Oh my gosh, look at Eli. He's such a great Pokemon collection. He's so mysterious that he has classic hairdo. That's so funny. Ladies are posting on OF. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started with the Stilo. Oh gosh, that's a big yikers. Yeah, OnlyFans is... that's indicative of our generation. So I'll just say that. But yeah, right, Travis? That's so funny. Wow, he's so mysterious. Look at him. He collects Pokemon. Oh my god, that's so hot. Oh my god. Charizard is his favorite Pokemon? My god. Well, my favorite Pokemon is Pikachu. And I'm not like all the other girls. Like, that's so cool. And then someone who's actually like a girl that's a Pokemon fan. Excuse me. It's offensive. My Pokemon favorite is actually an Absol, and I'm just like, right on. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, such stupid jokes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just entertaining myself at this point. But yeah, no, not exactly drawing in female viewers with this hoodie haircut look slash I just rolled out of bed with Pokemon collecting. That's, yeah, look at this. Crazy, guys. Look at that. Look at that suave haircut that I'm hiding under this hoodie. It's warm, man. My ears get warm. I need to aspire to Rudy's 3.696969% of female viewers. Yeah, right, dude. Oh, 159. Yeah, could you imagine? That's so funny, dude. Hey, man, and it's one of these things where it's like to be honest with you, I care less what the demographic is when it comes to like who my viewers are, but you know, it'd be nice to have some diversity. I'd be lying if I said it wouldn't be nice. We need a gay Pokemon card investment influencer. You should take one for the team, Steal Out. Hey, I could pull off a pretty good gay guy. Like, I would totally get flack. I would totally get canceled for it. Like, 100%. Like, I'm all joking here. Please don't cancel me. But like I could play a pretty convincing gay guy for sure. Like, just fake your voice on every upload. I swear you'll get more ladies to sub. Dude, it's not a bad idea, honestly. Like, could you imagine? Bro, why aren't... That is so true. Why isn't there more, like, LGBTQ Pokemon streamers? Like, you could get so much more, like, views. That's crazy. Maybe I will take one for the team. No. Someone's gonna say that I'm being offensive. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be offensive, but I think it's funny. I think it's funny. You definitely could take one for the team. Hopefully YouTube's not just over here like, yeah, we're just gonna just absolutely destroy this guy's video. Just delete it. Oh, crap. 160, baby. Coming strong. Pushing for 200. Where are we at? Hour and 46 minutes in the stream. We're gonna get there. We're 100% going to hit that 200 mark. It's just gonna come with a lot of tears if we do hit that 200 mark. 161 right here. Woo! Right here. This is it, baby. 161. I wish it would be 169. Then just I could get a great thumbnail for the memes. I can't believe I hit it. 169. That's crazy. Let's go. But no, you have the best idea. Photos hop. Not Photoshop. Photos hop your face on a fitness model body and put it on a few thumbnails. Oh, I see there, Travis. I should be the sexy Pokemon streamer. Bro, that's what I do. I like Photoshop myself with like washboard abs and like just absolutely shredded, like I'm just huge. And then I have like my face photoshopped over that and it shows me like holding up Pokemon cards and like freaking out like, oh my god, I just pulled this Pokemon card. And like that's like literally the thumbnail. Just the cheese, like the freaking cheese whizziest thumbnails. Yo, I should tell my guy to do that. Just see what would happen and how funny that would be. Could you imagine if I made that on my thumbnails? That'd be so funny, dude. Man, I'll tell you what though. Where's some water? I'm gonna need some of that. God, I don't want to spam A anymore. God, your throat gets dry talking for an hour and 48 minutes. Like, you guys might have carpal tunnel. Nah, you probably don't. You guys are gamers, let's be real here. But boy, oh boy, my throat hurts as frick. To be fair, I'll do long gaming sessions with friends. Seriously, the demographic would be 60-40 in like 3 days. That'd be a fun experiment. I think it's funny. I think it's a funny idea, a funny concept. I always made the joke with my girlfriend that if I pimped her out and said that she was my sister and that I had her open OnlyFans Pokemon and the thumbnail was just 2 Charizards covering her nipples, I always made that as a joke and she would always get mad when I would say that. I always said that. I always thought it was so funny. Like, can you imagine? Oh, that reminds me too. I don't know if you guys know about this, but there's this little eBay page. There's this little eBay page of this girl that sells Pokemon cards, and I kid you not, she takes the Pokemon card and she puts it in between her tits, and then she takes the picture and then she posts it on eBay, and that's her selling picture. She'll be like selling one specific card and it'll literally just be in between her tits, and she just sells it like that. I'm just like, that's actually kind of genius. It gets people to click on it. And then you have those Simp Nation over here. You got Simp Nation boys that are like, bro, it touched your boobie. And then they're like, pay double. Like, it's the funniest thing to me. We need more drama in the Pokemon community. That's make a drama alert channel. Bro, I'm not a drama guy. Like, I don't care about drama. I'm not into drama. Like, I don't like that kind of stuff. But I'd be lying if I said you weren't right as far as it goes. Drama would, of course, help the viewership. If like something stupid happened where someone's talking crap about someone else. I mean, like, I would prefer it not be like that just because, like, I like how healthy of a community we are. But I mean, the most drama that we did have was that kind of whole unlisted leave thing where he was just absolutely schmozzing his viewers. Whether he meant to do it or not, you know, it's up for debate. But as far as it goes, like, that was the most drama we had, and a lot of people really generated some revenue off of that. Or if you want to talk about it from a drama perspective, just overall drama in general, interesting to find out the Pokemon company absolutely botched it with the Fusion Strike set, and how basically they came out and accidentally made it so that the packs are weighable again, so you get like packs, or Fusion Strike packs are basically full of heavy hitters, so that's kind of upsetting. So I don't know if you would consider that drama, but I mean, yeah, you can say like drama, like he said, she said kind of drama, but oh, Nastello. There are better ways to get popular. Yeah. Yeah, there are definitely better ways. You always gotta think outside the box with these kind of things, guys. How are we gonna get popular, boys? That's the real question. What are we gonna do? What are we going to do? I'm just saying, change my mind. I think it's genius. What's up, Bob? Welcome back, brother. You know, just coming up with ideas how to be famous. I'm about to share my idea. I think that I should do stream openings, toes only. I mean, bro, I'm just saying, like, bro, I got some nice old hairy toes. I'm just saying, if I open up, like, I'll get the OnlyFans crowd in for toe pics, and I'll get the Pokemon people in. Like, the bears will be after me. I'm just saying, they will absolutely love my hairy toes. They'll be like, this guy, Eli, not only does it bring the content with such knowledge of information, but those dang toes, I just want to suck on them while he's opening those Pokemon packs. Now, first off, I'll have to learn how to open Pokemon packs with my toes, but I'm just saying, it could be a market. I'm not saying that it's not a market, but what I am saying is that you never know. There's a foot fetish for everyone. Changed my mind. It's the future. Opening Pokemon packs with your toes. I'm seriously surprised there hasn't someone that hasn't done it. Bob's like, I'm gone. Bob's like, I don't know what I just walked into. Why did I say I'm back? I just was here to catch my freaking Pokemon and enjoy the stream. And instead I get this freaking weird ass motherfricker just coming in talking about hairy toes garbage. Oh. Can you imagine though, dude? Like, I'm actually not even kidding you. I'm surprised there hasn't been more OnlyFans postings of that. Granted, there aren't really like Pokemon, like Pokemon card openings, but like think about like I don't know. Think about like popular OnlyFans girls. Like, let's do Corinna Comp for like Belle Delphine. Like, why not do Pokemon pack openings like in the nude? Like, I'm just saying, like, not, you don't even have to go full nude. Like, Charizard on one nipple, like on each. It could be a Celebrations Charizard, it could be a promo Charizard, just Charizard each one, whatever it is. Like, just think about the content that you're creating and the freaking Weeb Nation that you're bringing in from this, and the Simp Nation coming together, the Simp Weeb Nation. Like, I am just saying there is a market for that. Change my mind. I don't understand why more people don't do that. Now, I wouldn't, I mean, I could do that. I could put 2 Charizards over my hairy nipples, but I'm just saying, like, that would be the funniest thing. I love the channel, but I will say the channel name kind of seems like a random online store promotion / burner account. So as far as it goes, Travis, I mean, the name Pokemart USA, the reason why it is the name Pokemart USA is because that is the name of my website. Like, my actual website name is Pokemart USA. And the reason why I named it that, and I thought it was I mean, this was kind of my personal opinion from a branding perspective. And you can definitely look at it how it is. I mean, it has its upsides, it has its downsides. It definitely doesn't have that personability to it. I will agree with you on that. I can definitely understand the perspective you're saying in regards to it. And for me, it was kind of hard because I knew that when it came to creating the channel, like, I guess, like, for example, Danny Phantom, right? Danny Phantom has his own channel, and then his website is the Coliseum, right? If I really wanted to, I could rebrand and be like, I don't know what my name could be. I could easily rebrand, change my name, you know, be some sort of different kind of brand for Pokemon, and then just say Pokemart USA. But I guess for me, Travis, my kind of biggest thing is having a website called Pokemart USA, which I think is actually a really solid name, all things considered, because of the overall affiliation that it has to the Pokemon. And you're having to talk as well when you're talking about keyword optimization when looking up in Google search. But my biggest issue with that is being able to have, like, you know, a link to that, you know, like being able to be like, this is my YouTube channel and it's completely different from my Instagram and my website and all my other, you know, social media pages. So it's kind of hard, you know, like there's that balance between should I have gotten a different YouTube page or a different YouTube name from everything else. So it's like I wanted to stay on brand with everything. That was kind of my personal thoughts on that. And so, like, I don't know. I don't even know what I would rebrand to. Seriously, too. Like, that's that, because I've thought about that. Like, I'd be lying if I said I haven't thought about that. So, but at the same exact time, like, I like the Pokemon name. I have, obviously, the licensing rights to Pokemart USA. So, like, from an overall website perspective, I feel like it's a pretty strong name. So, obviously, of course, you know, kind of really comes down to 2. I get it. It's a good name for a store, but I'm saying that it might help draw attention with a different name for... Okay, so for the website. So it's a good name for a store, but not a good name for a website. So then let me ask you this then, Travis, because obviously I value your opinion. If you're saying to yourself, it's not good for like a YouTube, but it's good for a website, how would you fix the affiliation? And when I say affiliation, I literally mean if I'm trying to promote my website, if I'm trying to promote my social medias, changing my YouTube name and changing, you know, presumably my Instagram and all my other social pages, how would that link up to my website and how would that work? Or would you just change the YouTube and you would just make it that everything else is Pokemon USA? How would you go about doing it? Like, just kind of getting your gauge or opinion on it, because that's the thing is I don't know how I would do it, because I feel like at that point, if I don't go same brand on everything, it makes it really difficult for me to be able to kind of, you know, break away from the fact that all my links when it comes to, I say affiliation is definitely not the right way, but you know, how would you just kind of break away from the assimilation, I think is the right word, when it comes to that. What steps did you take to officially license your website company name? I want to make a website brand name, but I don't currently have a company tied. Basically, kind of what I did is I went to so I live in Oregon, and I went to the state, the Secretary of State website, and I looked up the licensing. Actually, first off, I went to GoDaddy.com because that's the server that I run everything off of, and I looked and saw what the GoDaddy server, what was licensed on what I was allowed to use, what was not trademarked, and then I also looked as well what was not trademarked as well for official businesses in the United States. I also looked up keyword searches on what URL names were not trademarked. So you have to look at a lot of things, Bob. If you're going to start a website, you have to look at URL links. You can do that through GoDaddy. You can do that through other kind of, you know, URL browsers. and or servers. And so I did that, and then once I did that, then I took the official steps, went to my Oregon Secretary website online, kind of registered the name, cost me like $50 I think. And then if you are in a state that does where you do have to get a tax, like a tax certificate, so that you're exempt as like a retailer, like you can do that. But in Oregon there is no sales tax, so I didn't have to get that. But yeah, I don't know, that's tough. Maybe just change the YouTube name, but I would still show your online store in the beginning of each video. Well then in that case, Travis, what do I do with my Instagram? What do I do with my Facebook? What do I do with my Twitter? Which obviously, you know, my Instagram is a lot more active than the other socials because everything runs through that when I make posts. But what do you do then with my Instagram? Because my Instagram is Pokemon_USA. I would have to make an all new Instagram. I can't really change that. I don't even know if you can change your YouTube name, to be honest with you. And if you can change your new YouTube name and kind of, yeah, of course, Bob. Yeah, it's not that hard, honestly. Just like I said, just find a server that you want to run things on, and then kind of basically just see what's available. And then once you found out what's available with the URL links, then basically go from there, and then finally finish off with going to your whatever your state is and going to the Secretary of State's website for that. But yeah, well, I mean, what would you do at that point, Travis? That's kind of the hard part of it all when it comes to you know, rebranding. I mean, I'd be lying if I said like I don't think Pokemon, like I said, obviously I agree with you, there's definitely some upsides and some downsides, but I don't think Pokemon USA is the worst. Like, I love my logo. I think the icon logo, like you see at the top left next to actual website name, like literal next to my face, I think that's a really good logo format. So I think it's pretty clean, and I think kind of tying everything together with that is, I feel like it helps me create a strong brand. But I guess from the understanding perspective of personability, like for example Eli, like, hey guys, it's Eli here, you know, whether I say I'm at Pokemon USA or not, a lot of people are like, hey, it's Eli. They're not like, hey, it's Pokemon USA. So I understand like that having that brand recognition is another important thing, especially when I'm differentiating myself from, you know, who I am as an individual versus the company. So it's hard, you know, it's very hard. Like, if you have an idea, of course, on how you would like solve this, then of course I would love, like, I'm all open to it, because I have absolutely no problem, because at the end of the day, I'm just a business trying to grow as a business. So why would I ever want to turn down good ideas? You know what I mean? So it's just one of these things where it's very tough, and so I've thought it through a lot. And so if you have an idea of like what I could do, and so far, I mean, my growth has been kind of going pretty well, so I don't think so far it's really hurt me a ton. Obviously I don't have one of those like staple names, but yeah, I don't know, it's hard. Right here, baby, 169, this is it. It's like Jake from State Farm or Jerry from Subway. Yeah, it's Eli from Pokemon USA. Woo! That's kind of funny when you put it that way, Mac. Here, I'll look it up. Can you even change your YouTube name? I agree, it's not bad, and you're on the latest, sticking with your last brand. It was just a thought. Names are hard to come up with, Nuri. I mean, honestly, it's a good thought, Travis. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm 100% not dissing you. I think you bring up a lot of good points, especially in the context of what the solution is, because personally, like, I'm trying to, I would love to come up with if it does help. What would you change it to there? There are probably like 20 Elis. There's 20 Elis from Pokemon. Every time you start a video, you introduce yourself, be like, hi, I'm Eli from Pokemon USA. So then at that point, then Stilo, what do I name myself though? You know? Like obviously I introduce myself, but then what would the channel be? Because I do say, hi, hey guys, it's Eli. Keep the name, it's fine, Stilo says. Yeah, I always introduce myself every video saying, hey, it's Eli. Like, I sometimes will say from Pokemon USA, but I always feel like sometimes I'll say Pokemon USA, sometimes I won't. I don't make it consistent, I guess. The reason why is because, I mean, everything already says Pokemon USA, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of hard. Can you even change your YouTube channel name? That's a real question I'm actually going to look up too. Still no shiny. Hurts the heart. Let's look this up. Let's look this up in Google. Can you change your YouTube name? Can you change your YouTube channel name? Yeah, it is. It says you're able to do that. Except it makes your verification badge go away. Yeah, that's hard though. That's another thing that's hard too, Travis, is getting that rebrand. I changed my name. A lot of people already can assimilate me as Eli with Pokemon USA. So it's like, what would I rebrand to? You know what I mean? Because I have seen like other people do it before where they change it, and you know, sometimes it's worked out, sometimes it's not worked out for them. You know, it's just hard. It's like, yeah, it's tough. I don't know what I would change it to, like if I were to change it, you know, especially considering everything already sticks. And you know what I think what I'll do, Travis? I think what I'll do is once I hit that 500 follower mark, I'm able to do actual like polls. And so what I'll do is I'll do a poll, and this will kind of determine it, because it'll rebrand your character to a game. Just have my character that I have right now, just make him look gay as frick. Oh, it's so funny. What does it even mean? But as far as it goes, what was I gonna say? Why am I spacing out here? Yeah, I'll be able to do like straight fire Pokemon. That is terrible. That, oh, boo, boo. No, not straight fire. I mean, honestly, like, yeah, it's got to be creative. It's got to be catchy. I feel like an easy one for people to see. Not to mention the fact of the matter on top of that as well, I feel like it's got to be on brand, and just so people can assimilate. But yeah, when I hit that 500 mark, I'll be able to do polling. So when I do a poll, my first poll will be, should I change my name from Pokemon USA? That'll be my first poll I'll ever ask. Because I want to be able to be aware of like why certain things are certain things. You know what I mean? That's kind of my biggest MO, is I like to get that information. No, man, Stilo's really on this gay stuff. He's really all about it. Martyr Squad? See, now that doesn't even correlate. I mean, I don't know, dude. It's hard. It's honestly hard. Also, where's that shiny Starly? Why am I not unfortunate enough to get the shiny Starly? Or where's my shiny Turtwig? It's 172. Here we go, boys. 172. I don't know. It's hard, guys. It's a hard one to think about. So, cause I just don't know, man. I just don't know, man. Why? I want to hit 200 already. I'm sad. Why does this take so long? No, March Squad? Oh, I see what you're saying. Like the Pokemon Squad. Interesting. That's an interesting name. I mean, God, I feel like that would be a second channel at that point, is what the name would be. I mean, I could continue the brand, but then I would also have to rechange the image, the March Squad. But I mean, I'm not like, that sounds so cheesy. I don't know how I feel about that. The March Squad, that sounds just as cheesy. Bro, it's the March Squad. Oh my god, that's so cool. I don't know, maybe that's where my mind goes, but that sounds so cheesy. In my head, at least it does. Oh, I don't know, dude. That's hard. Gosh dang. Balls of oh my god. E-Live Pokemon? It's not bad. Travis, you're bad with names. Bro, it's hard. Interesting. It's a play on words with Elive. Interesting. Elive Pokemon. I did trade back with some random online to evolve both of our Kadabras. Faith in humanity restored. Dude, that's such a ballsy game there, Bob. That is like so sketch to get an Alakazam. Bro, someone could easily go big swipers easy and give you a Magikarp. No problems. That is so funny. Or a Bidoof. That'd be even worse. Oh, dude. Hey, congrats, bro. At least you lucked out there and you got yourself a freaking Alakazam. That's sick, my guy. Especially got the Twisted Spoon, baby. I don't know. I mean, you could be creative with play on words. Eli Pokemon actually pretty good. Yeah, no, honestly, no, I don't think that's that bad. Eli. Eli's not bad. Eli Pokemon. But like, hold on one second. One thing also as well, you guys also, here's one thing that'll be interesting to ask. So like, let's take like top Pokemon streamers, right? You got Danny Phantom. You've got SM Pratt. You've got PokeRev. Okay, but here's a question for you as well. PokeRev right now is one of the biggest streamers right now in Pokemon, and his name is PokeRev. Does that also not as well, Travis, sound like a pretty cheesy name? Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I would also make the argument that PokeRev and the Pokecave's pretty bland as well. And the dude's got over 500,000 subscribers. I just thought about that for a second. He's been doing well too. Where is my shiny? I'm sad. We're at 174. Yeah, no, I mean, PokeRev is... I mean, obviously I love him as a content creator, but it's not like PokeRev's amazing either. Talking about it from that perspective, you know? But I don't know. Who knows? How does it have a ring to it? Because it's Rev instead of Pokemon Revolution? Instead of Pokemart USA, Pokemart? Like, I don't know. Like, I guess I kind of see what you're saying. The Gravelers and the Grand Underground self-destruct with the first turn 90% of the time. Bro, you better be throwing some quick balls at it then, my guy, because best of luck if you're trying to shiny hunt down there and all you get is Gravelers that self-destruct. I would cry myself to sleep. I would be so sad if literally I went in the underground and I did try to shiny hunt and then I just end up getting myself a shiny Graveler that self-destructs. Oh my god, Steelo. Calm down, my guy. That's heat over here. This guy is trying to get me canceled. Oh god, no. That's terrible. Oh my god. Let's just start using slurs now for fucking our names. Oh, that's terrible, dude. It's funny, but that's terrible. Oh no, Steelo. It'd be Poke Queen. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That is Poke Queer. That's so funny. Oh my god, that is actually so good, dude. That's so funny. I shouldn't be laughing, but that is. I don't care. Oh, that's so funny, dude. That is so good. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. This thing is crazy. This is crazy. We're at 175. Yes! Bro, get them viewers, bro. Why am I not getting those viewers? Just think about it. I say my girlfriend is my really good girl best friend, and then I'm gay, and then I just increase the amount of viewers. Easy. I mean, I'm not trying to come off as offensive, but in all honesty, Like, that honestly would probably increase my viewership a ton. Like, not even kidding. Like, it's crazy nowadays how that's kind of the MO. Don't listen to me, the name's probably fine. LOL, I know nothing about branding. Pokey Pride? That's kind of cool, actually. That, you want to talk about that has a ring to it. Yo, that's actually kind of flame. And I'm not talking about in the gay way, but like, that's pretty cool. Hey, that's pretty cool, man. I need to also text my guy. I think your Pyroar is the most forgotten about Pokemon. Yeah, Pyroar was kind of, I mean, it's, how do I want to put it for you this way, Bob? Pyroar, like, I think a line Pokemon is cool, but I think the design is not the coolest, my personal opinion. Pokey Pride came to mind because we were talking about, hey, dude, Pokey Pride is not bad. If you want clips, have a Pikachu wear a MAGA hat with bikini on a controversial plus sex. I mean, if I wear a MAGA hat, that's how I get canceled right away. Wearing that in a bikini, controversial plus sex. See, I would just... At that point, I'm just a walking middle finger to everyone. Which, I mean, I guess that gets clicks. You know, they always say, like, all publicity is good publicity. But also, we're talking within the guidelines of... Yeah, it's generic for sure. In the guidelines of, you know... YouTube and their kind of hate speech things, like, you will get canceled so fast by YouTube, especially considering I'm only at the amount of views I am, and the demonetization. Oh, I am not even monetized and I'll get demonetized before I monetize. Oh my goodness gracious, could you imagine? I mean, heck man, I could blow up, who knows? I could go absolutely ham. I'd go absolutely ham, but that's kind of the biggest thing you have to understand, Stilo. I would get away with one video where I wear that outfit, and then I would just immediately have my channel deleted. Yes, that is true, Koga. If I have a controversial name, then I will get more views. Like, I don't know, what would be a controversial name? Why am I talking about trying to get a controversial name? What I'm doing is working. I'm not trying to get canceled. This controversial name, as long as it doesn't get me canceled, it clicks on views. What's your favorite Pokemon and trainer? I mean, come on, dude. You know, you see who it is. Favorite trainer? Come on, dude. Cynthia, obviously. Favorite Pokemon? Garchomp, Giratina, Darkrai. Favorite mythical, favorite legendary, favorite regular pseudo/legendary regular Pokemon. You know how it is. You know how it is. Those are all my favorite Pokemon. I love all those. Gen 4 is my favorite, baby. That's why we're here. That's why we're wasting our life away. Just going 5 hours, 20 minutes in, just absolutely crying ourselves to sleep. 178 right here, baby. That's the lucky number, right? Yeah, man, I bleed Gen 4, man. I bleed Gen 4. Favorite starter? Dude, come on, what do you think? What do you think? Favorite starter? Bro, it's Turtwig. I love Turtwig. Turtwig is probably my favorite starter, honestly, though. Like, I love Turtwig. Like, I would say in order from favorite generation for starters, I love Gen 4 starters. I would say then I love Gen 3, then Gen 1, then Gen 2. Maybe, yeah, probably. Gen 1, then Gen 2, then Gen 5. I mean, honestly, although I liked Emboar, like, if we're talking about from a scale of starters, it was pretty weak. Like, they were pretty weak starters. But, like, I love Gen 4 starters. That's just kind of my MO. I've always loved Gen 4 starters. I think they all look so cool. personally. That's just me, though. That's just me, though. Gen 4 starters were the stuff! Yeah, dude, Turtwig's... I mean, I'm so upset with what they did with Torterra, too. The shiny sprite is so much worse. Okay, Koga, I do have a question for you, brother. Controversial name, what are we talking here? Give me some more context in all this. I gotta understand what you mean when you say that. I understand, obviously, what the term controversial is, but when you say controversial name, I'm like, alright, what does that really entail to? What does that look like? Alright, boys, 179. Getting close to that 200 mark. Man, I don't understand how people already hit 1,000 unless they're running on 2 or 3 switches. Like, there's probably some people still going, dude. Like, you gotta wonder, too, like... Someone got it after 1,456 resets. Pokemon sucks. Just absolutely flaming Pokemon. Okay, so the guy that did get 1,000, and to be fair, he was resetting with 2 switches. I feel like at that point I gotta be like, God, I'm trying to remember what the guy's name was. But there was this, I mean, for those people that don't know who Mizkif is, Pokélove, and you have a pimp persona. God, you guys are just killing me. Yeah, this guy is going absolutely ham with the resets. I'm over at here at 180. Come on. Where is it? 180, dude. Pokemon fruitcake? Debating if I should get a Switch Lite just to play DB. But it's like 270 total. Honestly, dude, I think Switch Lites are a sham. I would never get a Switch Lite, Jayon, in my personal opinion. I think that the fact of the matter that one of the main appeals for the Switch is being able to dock. And the fact that you can't dock, dude, is totally just not the move, in my personal opinion. What's up? It's Pokey Fruitcakes here. You know, I always bring the cake. Oh, that's so funny, dude. Oh my god. Brilliant Diamond. That's kind of what I thought you meant. Not Diamond Brilliant. I was like, well. Yo, it's so funny, too, because now I'm going to sound super fruit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, could you imagine, dude? That's so funny, dude. Switch Lite was made for sucker grandma. Stilo's got a point here. Oh my god, give me my shiny! No, I want it now. Yo, that's so funny, dude. I love that. You know, I always bring the cake and then I just like show my ass on screen. Like just straight up. That's so funny too, because that's so on brand. I'm gonna tell that to my friends. They're gonna think that's so funny because they always make jokes about my ass and how big it is. And literally, like, that sounds so gay, pause. But like, it's so funny to me how like just that intro alone just sounds so funny, dude. Oh my god, that's so good. But I will mostly have something like videos on PC monitor and play it not docked. I mean, but the thing is, you need to have the dock in order to play it on the PC monitor. Because in order for you to have that, you have to HDMI, and the HDMI isn't directly into the Switch, it's into the dock. I mean, I could be reading it wrong. I mean, I don't know how you would PC HDMI it without a dock. Or like how you would PC monitor it without a dock. I mean, you would obviously know better than I would, but... yo, Pokemon fruitcakes, baby! That's so funny. That'd be... Oh my god, could you imagine too, dude? I don't know if you guys know of like that, if you guys know that like, lotion, like, not lotion, that, if you guys know of that, gosh dang it, what's it called? Sunscreen brand, where it has like the girl and she's like turning and looking like this, and like there's like a dog that's like pulling on her one piece bottom, and it's like showing her butt cheeks. Imagine if I did something like that kind of a pose, but like that was kind of my image, and it was Pokemon fruitcakes. Yeah, so I only need the light. I mean, I don't, like I said, man, I don't know how you would dock, like how you would do the PC monitoring without dock. If you know of a way, like let me know, because that'd be interesting. Because that's kind of the whole purpose of the dock. But yeah, I mean, heck, man, if that's all your MO and you're only like, I'm just gonna play it mobile, then go for it. I mean, why not? So I guess for me, like having that extra flexibility where I can go and get, like, spend an extra $100 more, even if you're trying to get the older like Switch, not the OLED. I mean, because let's be honest, guys, like Black Friday's around the corner. There's probably gonna be some deals for Switches, so I wouldn't be surprised if you would have the opportunity to get it for on the cheap. So that's just kind of, especially like that's just kind of how I look at it, at least. It's the Wild Leaf Pokemon. Wow! Oh my gosh, shiny Turtwig right here, baby. Let's get it. 183. That's Big Sad. Oh wow. I always fear that I somehow miss a shiny, even though I probably haven't, but you still have that fear in the back of your head. Oh, 183, ladies and gentlemen. 183. I mean, you say this to yourself, guys. No, I mean, having something like Twitch on YouTube on my PC and playing the Switch handheld. Oh, so you're saying like you're just gonna be playing it handheld like this, and then you're just gonna be like watching Twitch or doing something else. I understand what you're saying. No, I understand what you mean, Jalen. You're like, you just care about the handheld compatibility. I get that. No, that's fair. I am just big sad at this point, if I'm being honest, though. Here we go, right here. 184. Oh my goodness gracious. I still haven't even broke 200 yet. Oh my gosh. Isn't that crazy, guys, how long this whole thing takes? I would love it if I just got a shiny right here and just put me out of it. Oh my gosh. I would end the stream right now, honestly, if we got a shiny. Obviously didn't, but this is painful. See, and it's one of those things too where it's not the most, I mean, like, it's not saying that shiny hunting in general is fun when you're grinding for hours on end, but just saying, like, there's more fun ways to shiny hunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not exactly the most fun. It could be better, for sure. Travis, I hope that you're wrong, and I hope I get it this next time, because that sounds terrible. We're leaving, Dawn. Let's go. What are your percentages of shiny in this game? 1 in 4,096. We are still there. In all seriousness, you're doing fine. No need to change anything. Maybe network more and make more clickbaity thumbnails and titles. Bro, my stuff is clickbaity as frick. That's actually why I feel like I've started to really get people going, Stilo. Like, if you look at my most recent videos versus my older ones, look at how much more clickbaity they are. Because the fact of the matter is, like, honestly, dude, look at my thumbnails and look at, like, my titles. My last one is the big reason why the Pokemon market crashed. How does it not get more clickbaity than that, talking about that? And then it shows a guy in, like, a hooded figure and, like, on a computer, like, super ghetto. Like, also, Jan's the guy that makes my thumbnails, and he's in the chat right now. So if you have advice for him, then you can tell him. But I think he does a fine job, honestly. But that's kind of just how I look at it, at least. I always thought it was fine. I thought the thumbnails were good, especially considering the fact of the matter that, like, my most recent video is at 300 and let's take a look now. It's at 322 views with a grand total of 32 likes, and like 20 Jayon, and like 21 comments, and that's within the first day, dude. It's like been over a day, and I'm already at 300, and I'm like smashing it right now with this most recent video. So, yeah, honestly, my guy, like my most recent, my. That's fair. No, that's fair. You say continue. No, that's fair. You hear that, Jayon? You're on the hot seat, bro. I'm gonna call SM Prats, dude, if you don't keep it up. Pokey Fruitcakes is taking off, baby, and I ain't gonna leave this ass behind. It's too heavy to keep it in the dust. So funny. Let's go +1. Here we go, baby. 186. But yeah, dude, my one video, the one that kind of made me take off, the final drop, that one, that one's about to push 2,000, and I'm pretty freaking stoked about that. Yeah, highest video almost at 2K, Jalen. Yeah, that's pretty pog, dude. The fact that I'm there. Yeah, I've got one video that's almost at 2K. God, it makes me sad that the amount of dislikes it has, but to be fair, it has 53 likes, so like the like to dislike ratio is still fine, but every time I see more than like 1 or 2 likes, it's hard not to get sad. And then I've got, I mean, at this point, like before it was like my good videos would get 100 views, and now my good videos, like my bad videos get 100 views, so that's a huge improvement. Not to mention, like, with my recent post being 322, and then I've got, like, my last video didn't do super hot because I didn't think it would. It didn't have, like, a super clickbaity title, 115. Something I noticed at work is when creators remind me to leave a like and sub, just do it in the beginning, middle, and end of every video. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Stilo, I do at the end and I do at the beginning, but I don't do it in the middle. So I definitely will have. Oh, I definitely could totally do it in the middle for sure. I could definitely look into doing that. I mean, honestly, that's not a bad idea. The reason why I guess I don't do it in the middle, Stilo, and I could do it like you. I mean, if I remind you 3 times instead of 2, like for sure. What was I gonna say? I just don't like spamming it down people's throats. You know what I mean? Like, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. You know what I mean? That's why I only do it at the intro and end, because most of the time people will like watch the intro and then skip the end. Sometimes they'll watch the middle, but I mean, honestly, I could do that. I just don't want to be overbearing. Travis says he wants me to make a tier list where I rank each Pokemon set. I mean, I feel like that would be pretty long. I could do it. It'd be a long video. It just would more or less, I feel like, be easier if I did eras. Eras would probably be easier. I could make that a short video. I could make one that is eras, and then I could do a more in-depth one where I rank sets and then give my personal opinion. Man, can you imagine the amount of hate I get if I be like, Neogenesis is not that good, and just people like, really? Also, I sub to creators that leave cliffhangers, lol, because I can't help myself to know that ending or what's to come. No need to say it, but pop effects on screen. What do you mean by pop effects? But yeah, no, Jan, interactions and dislike ratio are definitely solid. I mean, obviously you guys can't view it because they got rid of the dislike button, which kind of bums me out. Honestly, I kind of liked it. Because then now if I like want to watch a tutorial video on something, I can't tell if it's good or not. But like, yeah, I've got, like, if I'm being honest, so my most recent video is 1 dislike because I can still see the dislikes, and I have 32 likes, I think is what I said. Yeah, so my like to dislike ratio, I usually get like 1 or 2 dislikes, so I'm pretty solid right now. Yeah, going back to XY, I mean, I could totally do that. I mean, I could rank it from each generation. You know what I could do, Travis, is I could do top, like, I could do like the overall breakdown per set, and then I can do a bigger all like era breakdown, and then I could do a breakdown between each like all time. Like I could do top 10 Pokemon sets from this generation, and there's only 10, so it's like, you know, you can just say which one of the top, you know. But yeah, like I could do like, I mean, let's take a look at all the sets. We have Sword and Shield base, we've got Rebel Clash, we've got Champion's Path, we've got Burning Shadows, we've got Vivid Voltage, we've got Shining Fates, we've got Battle Styles, we've got Celebrations, Evolving Skies, Chilling Rains, and then Fusion Strike. So we have 11 sets, dude. Like, right now in the Sword and Shield era, if we're including the like special promo ones, you know. So I could do like ranking every single one from each set. I feel like I would do that, and then if I'm being honest, I would see the engagement in that video. I'd be like ranking every Sword and Shield set. Everyone Pokemon card Sword and Shield set from worst to best, and then seeing the engagement on that. Because I could totally do that and give my personal opinion, but I'd want to see like, I'd want to see a good amount of engagement on that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of people, like, from what I've seen from my recent engagement on videos, is a lot of people really seem to enjoy my content in regards to my informative videos, just from what I've seen, obviously, especially with the clickbaity titles. At the end of the video, send your viewers to an older video and let them know to sub for future marketing videos when you tell them to come back, and let them know what the next video would be about. Well, I actually already do that, Stilo. I have at the very end, I put it so, I have it so that I will at the very end have, it says recommended videos, it says most recent video, and then it says recommended video, and so you can go and click on that. I guess as far as it goes, when you say send it to viewers of older videos, let them know to sub for future marketing videos, I mean, I don't know what you mean by marketing. In regards to, I guess you're saying like let them know like what the next video is going to be about and kind of get their like impression on that. Jan, you should do a collection video. I think that would be pretty cool. Definitely, I mean, I have a pretty small collection, so I feel like if I were to do it, I would definitely want to do like how do I want to say this? I feel like how I'd want to do it is I'd probably want to do like a collection growth Oh, see that's a thing. Yeah, I would definitely. I feel like I would do a J on and just be like, yo, this is my small ass collection. Here we go, everyone. Because I mean, to be honest with you, like, how do I want to say this? There's a lot of people that kind of had collections growing up as a kid, and they, you know, how do I want to say this? Kept it in good condition. I see what you're saying, Stilo. So you're basically going back to the whole cliffhanger thing. I see what you're saying. Okay, that could be interesting. But yeah, no, Jan, let me put it this way. A lot of people kept their collections in good condition as kids. I did not. And so a lot of my collection kind of got destroyed growing up as a kid, multiple times, matter of fact. And so for that reason, I didn't have a huge collection growing up. And so I restarted to collect the past couple of years. So I have a decent sized collection, but then it's been going back and forth between collecting, selling, collecting, selling, collecting, selling, just because of how the market has been recently. And so I've been really waiting right now when it comes to collecting. Like, obviously I have the product behind me and what it kind of looks like from my back row collection. And I can kind of do like a brief preview of like, well, let's see what my back wall is. But like, as far as it goes from an overall collecting, it's not massive. For example, when you get off of the live, say in my next video, I'll be showing my collection. So make sure to sub so you can see my taste in what Pokemon I like. I see what you're saying. So basically just letting people know like that's what the next video is going to be. I think that's a good point, Stilo. I've done that a couple of times. I definitely, sounds like from what you're telling me, I should do that. So then what I really need to do, honestly, Stilo, is I need to have a prompt for what the next video is. Because usually it's like the day before. I usually am like, all right, what am I gonna produce for this upcoming like video? You know what I mean? It's not usually something that I already have kind of thought out. I usually like to take the time to think about it. I could do it in advance, and not to mention the fact of the matter, the Pokemon market is constantly changing. So, but I mean, it would give me a 2-day advance notice, so I could totally do that. I mean, it should be that hard. We're 9 away from 100, boys. We're 9 away. Also, I need to go and put the thumbnail over it. Here we go. Getting the thumbnail ready for the video. Thanks again, Jayon. But yeah, no, definitely, I feel like I could try that out. Good piece of advice as far as it goes. I don't exactly have a topic yet for next video. Like I said, I usually like to think about it a little bit in advance. So I could definitely, what I'll do is, Steelo, I'll come up with the next 2 topics, and then on tomorrow's video, I'll make sure to do that. All right, here we go, guys. After this, we got 8 more, and then we finally break that 200 point. Man, I just don't understand it, though. Well, I do understand it. 1 in 4,000. What do I expect? Expect to catch it right now! Dang, that sucks. That'd been cool. That would be cool. Getting there, though. Definitely getting there. Just taking its time. Spamming the A button too. Aggressively. Hey, Stilo, I mean, honestly, brother, once again, thank you so much for the support. I mean, seriously, I can't thank you enough. I really appreciate the fact that you stuck around for this long. I really can't thank you enough. You'll get 1 subs before 1K resets. Hey, dude, if you're right about that, I would absolutely. That'd be pretty sweet, my guy. With the current growth, I'm honestly super duper grateful with the growth that I've been kind of having right now, and I can't thank you enough and everyone else enough that's been supporting the channel, as because I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. So seriously, thank you so much. Definitely hoping to hit that 1K sooner than later. You doing anything for Thanksgiving? So actually my parents are out of town right now. They are visiting my brother in Texas, and so as far as it goes right now, they actually won't get back into town until Saturday. And so I'm not going to be able to spend Thanksgiving with them, so I'm going to be spending it with my girlfriend and then her family. We're going to do kind of like a small get-together with that. So that's kind of what our MO is going to be for Thanksgiving. But yeah, what are you doing, Koga? What are you doing for Thanksgiving, brother? So if I calculate this properly, basically every 3 hours equates to 100 resets. So if I break that down into 180 minutes, I mean, that's 1.8 every reset. Takes about 1.8 minutes. Dang, that's big tough. So what is that? 1 minute and 50 seconds? Actually, not 1 minute and 40 seconds. If we're counting it right. You're just having some family over? That's nice. Yeah, honestly, I mean, it's weird. I've had big, you know, Thanksgivings. I've had small Thanksgivings. I guess I would say it depends on who I'm spending the Thanksgiving with. At the end of the day is what matters to me, if I like it to be big or not. Sometimes I spend large Thanksgiving with a lot of my friends. Sometimes I spend large Thanksgivings with just, you know, friends of friends. But, you know, for me, it's just the people that obviously you spend Thanksgiving with is what matters. Did Jason, the Jason opened the Sylvia art in the last video, the same Jason as last time? Yeah, dude, Jason that opened the Sylveon V is the same Jason that got the Espeon VMAX. So Jason absolutely slaughtered it in our last video, dude. He's just been on a hot streak. His last video, so get this, and if Jason watches this, it'll be hilarious. Last video, Sylveon giveaway, he won the ETB. Breaker, he got an Espeon VMAX alternate art. The dude is on a hot streak, dude. Like, he is going ham right now. Like, he cannot be stopped. So, shout out to Jason, dude. Oh my goodness gracious, he's going ham. Like, seriously, dude, that's so crazy. Definitely pretty swag. How is he so lucky, dude? I have no clue, man. Like, I'll be honest. I have my moments where I'm pretty lucky, but it's usually in waves. Like, sometimes I'm super lucky, and sometimes I'm, like, not lucky. And it's, like, back and forth. It's like a pendulum. It's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know what I mean? Like, it's, for example, like, I opened some... I kid you not, like, I opened a little bit of Hidden Fates recently. Absolutely pulled nothing. Like, one baby shiny out of, like, 10 packs. Big, sad. And then I also opened up some other Pokemon product. Like, I think I opened up some Evolving Skies and I got some really bad luck. And I was just really sad. So I was like, crap, what do I do? So I, of course, just took a break because I was already burning myself. And then not that long later, I opened some Chilling Reigns, got the Blaziken and another alternate art in a booster box. And was super, super hyped about it. So honestly, like, it's very much, it's like it comes and goes in waves, in all honesty. So I can be lucky and then I can be unlucky. And recently, like, as far as it goes with opening packs, I myself have been actually pretty lucky. Because like I said, the last Actually, last 2 booster boxes, I got several alternate arts, golds, rainbows. Like, I got super lucky. So I was actually pretty excited about that. Yeah, I don't know, man. Some people just got it. Some people just got that luck consistently. So, and so far, Jason's got that luck. Excuse me, sir. Can you please get out of our way, he says. Okay, fine, I guess. Fine. So rude. So rude. Just 5 more, then we break the 200, everyone. Counter, baby. 196. Here we go. Praying to the Lord Almighty, this is it. And no luck. Big sad. Bruh, I just got an ETB order to keep sealed and it got damaged in shipping. Second time from the store and they don't accept returns. So probably not gonna buy. I guess I'm opening an ETB. Dude, that always frustrates me, honestly. Like, even my distributors can be really stingy about that. My kind of philosophy on that, Travis, because I've had, I would say from as long as I've been from as long as I've had the business open, which is over a full year now, I've had 3 incidences where the product was sent damaged, and not even like big damage, but like a small damage, right? And I've given people the option of 3 things. I say 1. I say you get 3 options. Either 1, fully refunded, replaced. 2, I'll give it to you at like a 20%, 30% discount off of what you bought it for. And you just keep the product. Or 3, you just end up getting it refunded to you fully. And you ship us back the product. So either trade, refund, or keep it and then get a discount. So like for those people that are like, I just was planning on opening it, so it's not a huge deal, they'll just take the discount and they'll just open the product, and then sometimes they'll buy another one from me. Or they'll be like, oh, well, I'm a collector, I wanted to keep it in good sealed condition, then they'll do a trade-in. Or sometimes they'll be like, well, I was gonna collect it, but I might as well since I can get it such a good discount. They'll just take the 30% and then just buy another one from me. And then there are those people that are like, it's just not worth it at this point, I'll just do the refund. So it's like, it's different, but I like to give people 3 options just so that like they're not gonna get screwed, because stuff like that is really frustrating, honestly. Especially if it's consistent from a place, which thankfully, like I said, I've only had that happen 3 times. So it doesn't happen that often from me. Here we go. 3 more. Break that 200 point, baby. Yeah, and it's Game Nerds, which is a big site, and you think they could help me out, but they offered nothing. Really? I didn't know Game Nerds had that policy. That's interesting. Really? I had no idea about that from Game Nerds. That's kind of disappointing. I've shopped from them before. It's been a while, so because now I have my own distributor, so I don't really shop from anyone much anymore, other than unless it's like a specialty box or something. What? Another Starly's attack? All right, boys, and we just pushed that 6-hour mark. I never had problems with game nerds. Yeah, I've never had problems with game nerds either. That's why I think it sucks. Because literally, I mean, granted, I've probably purchased from them like 4 or 5 times, but they ship really slow, and to get it damaged is a big oof. Yeah, I understand them shipping slow though, because I would say for the most part, like, I would say I sometimes ship slow. For the most part, I ship pretty fast. But the only time I ship slow is if there's delays. Because I like to get my product. I combine shipping on orders. Otherwise, I'd get absolutely wrecked by shipping. That's how I'm able to, for the most part, offer like cheaper rates. And so, like, for example, like when the new set comes out, right? Everything's shipped to you within the next couple of days after the new set release comes out and I receive the product, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? But for like celebrations, my distributor had V-Union box delays, and since I have a lot of product that was shipped with that, I was like, I can't ship everything else out if you ordered a V-Union, because then I would just lose an extra $5, which cuts hugely into my margins. You might not think it does, but it cuts a lot into my margins, having to ship out twice, because shipping ain't cheap these days. And so it's one of these things where I combine it, but I give people the option if they want their product to them to be shipped now, and then having the V-Union be shipped later, just pay the $5 so that it covers the cost of shipping. That's kind of how I look at it from that perspective. So I give people the option to either get it right away. Obviously it sucks I charge the $5, but it's like, I understand it, or like they understand it, because it's like, it's just kind of the option that I have to get to, you know. Can't that be getting started? Yes, it can be. I've seen videos online of it. So so far from what we've seen, it hasn't been a shiny on our end. But yeah, it definitely can be. Yes, Deo, it's probably just bad luck. It's not really damaged and per se, but the wrap is just ripped down the entire side. Ugh, that's not fun if you're trying to collect. I'm back again. What's up, Bobby boy? Supposed to meet with someone, but they didn't show up. It'd be like that sometimes. Yeah, man, too many flakes these days. Honestly, bro, it's kind of tough. Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to hang out with friends, it's always the worst when you set up plans and they flake on you last second. And then if it becomes a pattern, then you are really like, are you my friend? Are you my friend? Why are you flaking all the time? But I definitely get that. It definitely do be like that sometimes, sadly. All right, one more, guys, and we hit the 200 mark, and then we go, woo! Yay! Yo, yas! Body Bravo. Yeah, I feel like wrapping rip doesn't count as damage. You just got unlucky. Yeah, I mean, when we're talking damage, we're talking true, like, box damage. But I understand it, because, like, when you collect and, like, want to display something off, having that, like, slit wrap definitely makes it unlucky. Not to mention, I don't know how many times my distributor sent me product that has small little cuts in it. Like, it's just the unfortunate, like, and it's just unfortunate that it is like that sometimes. So, I mean, honestly, you just have to, like, because that's how some people have it shipped to them. So, it's just really unfortunate, you know? So, but, alright, guys, so here is the deal, everyone. We have been going for a grand total of 7 minutes now. We are going to make this our last reset, so best of luck to me, I guess, and we'll kind of see how lucky we get. We're currently, as you guys can see, 6 hours onto this hunt stream for this shiny Turtwig, and then after this, depending upon what we get, this is what we will call it for the rest of the day. Let's see what kind of our luck is. The wraps seem thinner than it used to be. I honestly couldn't tell you on that one. That's kind of hard to say. I mean, honestly, I think there's just a component of some of the times items rip and it really sucks. But yeah, I don't know what to say, brother. That's just tough. I mean, I think it's just an unfortunate situation all around for you. All right, here we go, guys. Let's see it. 201. Right here, baby. All right, everyone, give me that shiny luck. That'd be crazy if I finally got it. 6 hours. Doubt it. but you never know. You just got a full art and a green code card. What set was it from, Travis? They've had errors like that before. So, but yeah, because code cards change for Fusion. And there it is, guys. No shiny luck indeed, sadly. Well, alrighty. That is all for today's live stream. Thank you guys all so much for watching. As always, please make sure to leave a like down below, comment, and be subscribed to the channel. It really does help out. And then, like I've always mentioned you guys before, just obviously telling everyone at the general end of the video, we are doing a giveaway. We're going to be giving 2 lucky winners each week, 6 Pokemon packs of Fusion Strike, and continue to give away more and more product as we get more and more subscribers. Our next sub goal is going to be 500. Once we do that, we'll be giving away 3 lucky winners 6 packs. So as far as it goes, we can't thank you guys once again enough for support. I really appreciate you guys. Travis, Bob, Jayon, Koga, Stalo, all you guys that have kind of stuck by and help support out the channel. I can't thank you guys enough. Once again, I really appreciate everything you guys do for me, especially just from helping me kind of get through the insanity of going through a live stream for 3 hours and having someone to talk to. So once again, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe,